right, guys, so we have a special guest tonight. We got a pro player in the building, which hasn't happened since Evan Fernandez. Well, you know, he retired. That's the whole thing. We don't talk about it. Got to throw Evan under the bus to start the show. But we do have our two hosts, and I'll bring them on first. We got Brandon Baird. What is up, my dude?
How's it going, everyone? Yeah, good to be back here.
Yeah, you caught me off guard with the lagging camera every time.
Perfect. That's what I go for.
That's your trademark at this point, bro. And then that other voice you hear creeping into your earwaves, that's going to be Steven Hatch. What's going on, bro?
What's up, man? Welcome back for another episode. What are we on? Episode 38?
38. You got it correct.
Let's go. I guess every time.
You always check in with me, so I appreciate that, though, because, yeah, that would suck if we're like, yeah, guys, it's 50th episode, I think. I don't know.
The power of editing.
For sure. But let's bring him in. Let's not make him wait too much longer. Our special guest today, like I said, he is a pro player. He plays for the NYX organization. And, yeah, he's been with them for a couple of years now. We're excited to pick his brain. But we got Jerry Caro on the show tonight. So, yeah, how we doing? What's up, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good. I appreciate you guys for having me. I know Hatch reached out to me a couple weeks back and I couldn't make it. Just been really busy, but I'm glad I'm able to make it this time.
Yeah,
man, it's great to have you.
For sure. And we were talking before the show, you know, it's always a good problem to have, especially in, you know, your line of work. So, yeah, man, I mean, I jump right into it. I mean, how's this season been so far? I mean, you know, playing with NYX again for another year, kind of what's that been like for that first event and then going into this next one?
Oh man, I'm already excited talking about this. It's been great, man. Like the vibes on the team have been amazing. It's a brotherhood, really. Everyone's bought into the system, you know, everyone's putting in the work, you know, off the field, on the field. Everyone's playing every single weekend. You know, we're having team meetings every week on Thursdays. You know, everyone's doing the necessary things to win, you know. And we had a good showing in Florida.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, no, and it definitely showed a little bit. I mean, you guys kind of came out and surprised people for sure.
Yeah. We know we're more than capable of winning now. You know, we're getting closer and closer and closer. So we know what it takes now to, you know, to get to that level. Now we got to get over that next level to fucking win.
I like that you brought up the accountability, you know, keeping your teammates like accountable during the week and grinding and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I've been trying to keep my guys on that regiment.
We actually post up every day. Like, you know, if I'm working out, I send a video or a picture, someone else, you know, and everyone else gets it, you know, does the same. We hold each other accountable.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know, and it's motivating too. You know, it's like, you know, if my teammate's working harder than me, I got to work just as hard, if not harder. That way we push each other, you know, bring out the best in each other. So
sure, man.
It's been dope.
I was kind of laughing there, not because you were saying that, but because how I'm starting to hear that more and more with these pro guys. Like the more guys I talk to, all these different organizations. I mean, when Colt was on the show, that was one of the big things he talked about is like holding each other accountable. And, you know, that's just another example of doing so. Like, hey, bro, I've been on the treadmill for an hour. You see it? Because it's right fucking there. It's in your face. I'm working. I'm trying to become a better player. I did forget on our intro, we got to talk about our lovely sponsors, and you don't want to leave them out of the picture because they help support this show. So we do have NECTR Energy. We talked about them second last week, so I'll bring them up first this week. We starting to get into it with them. We're going to be hosting a giveaway here soon with that company. So if you guys wanted to try out the product, you can definitely do it then, and there will be more information coming from that soon. And then the other one, Liquid IV, we talk about all the time on the show. I was about to make one, and it reminded me that we have not mentioned them yet. So yeah, Liquid IV, code Mafia_Moffitt. We'll talk about both these guys a little bit more later on in the show. But yeah, Jerry, I mean, jumping back into it, we kind of left off with that, you know, event number one. You guys definitely, you know, came in and showed people that, okay, this is a good roster. We can make it on Sunday, and we can, you know, win games on Sunday. What do you think? You know, what do you think kind of changed in the off season to maybe kind of bring some of that forward?
Just our focus and just working hard and just buying into the system, you know, believing in our coaches and our plays, getting out there, being efficient, making the most out of the practices and the time we have together, because it's very limited, you know, so we get out there, learn the field as quick as we can, and then start game planning.
Well, for sure. I can imagine. I mean, I know most of your roster is pretty separated throughout, I mean, the U.S. There's you and George here in Northern California. But, I mean, like, the other guys, Bo's on the East Coast. I mean, hell, PK's over there, I think, too. But, I don't know where even Hennessy is. Like, yeah, so it's you guys are all over the place. And
Hennessy's in Chicago. We got CJ in St. Louis, and then Corey Hall down in San Diego.
Yeah, so all over the states,
so
pretty much.
we're
Yeah.
all over the place, yeah.
It's not a simple hour drive to go, play ball with the boys.
Yeah, it's not. I'm constantly flying out to practices and stuff. I'm like, dude, you guys gotta come over here. They used to, right? Last season, we would always practice down in San Diego against Dynasty, and what better practice can you ask for, right? That's the best
for
team
sure.
in the world right now.
Literally.
Yeah. I mean, Hatch, you guys have done that a couple times. It's pretty eye-opening.
Yeah. Dude, it really is, especially when it's like, man, all right, I'm feeling confident, and then it's like, man, just get blown off the field. It's like, all right, back to the drawing board, real fast, right? Because then it's like, okay, now you get a play, breakout happens, 30 seconds go by, you get a kill, close point, right? But then you end up losing. It's like, fuck, okay, a single mistake. Let's try to not make that single mistake ever again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
and
I think. Go ahead, Jerry. Go ahead.
I think with that, like, what teams are really focused on in the beginning is the breakout. Because if you could shoot somebody off the break from the get, you have that advantage right away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think a lot of people overlook that, in my opinion.
Yeah, that element of the game, that 5 seconds of, that start of the point.
Yeah.
Like, what we've been trying to do is we've been trying to, like, break it down where it's like with communication, right? Because, like, we've been trying to, obviously, Impact kind of comes to our field, Dynasty comes to our field, right? So it's like, obviously watching them, taking notes from them, it's like the breakouts, the first like 10 seconds are like quiet, right? Because it's not like they're saying like back center and like the closest bunkers off the break, right? Because everybody knows they're going to be there, right? It's like they're only saying the stuff that's like really needed in that moment, and then they find it, then the front guys find it like 10 seconds later, right? It seems to be they run their stuff really quiet off the break.
And I think what that shows is just, that kind of higher form of communication, instead of going out to your spot, yelling your head off for 30 seconds and then being winded and you can't talk the rest of the point. It's being a little more efficient with it and giving the info that's actually going to help your guys and not just my mirror. Yeah. He's at my mirror.
It's also guys that are over talking, amongst themselves. You can't, you're screaming something, the other guy's screaming something. You're not hearing anything.
Yeah, you guys both have masks on, like,
right? Yeah, and you're rolling your gun, right? So it's chaotic.
No, for sure. I mean, I think that's one of the things that stands out to me in the pro division. Even that separation of the teams that are on kind of the lower half and the top half is the communication, but then also the efficiency of communication. Making things, instead of being a whole sentence, they have a couple word call that pretty much gives all that info. And that's going to come from the experience you have around you. Your coach is, your kind of player staff that can help out with that type of stuff.
Yeah, it takes time, and it's that chemistry, right? Like, I think the hard part is the mid game closing, right? That's when things start to slow down, communication starts to drop. Maybe it's like, you have an island guy way over on the Dorito side or the Snake side, and you got two other guys on the opposite side of the field. You got to communicate everything that you see. You can't die with valuable information.
See something, say something. Neighborhood
exactly.
Neighborhood watch, for sure, man. Well, yeah, and that kind of that brings up a little something in my mind. So we just had this past weekend, which would have been the first layout weekend for the event. Did NYX come together? Did you guys do kind of a practice as a team, or
no? We did not. Everyone was just out practicing on their own.
Okay.
The New York guys, they were practicing together because they live local, and then George had something going on. I had something going on.
But you still made it out to the field, ran some drills.
Out there. Yeah,
of course. Okay, and then I'm guessing, so this next weekend you guys will have a full team practice, get some layout reps going, all that.
Yeah. We'll be in St. Louis. That's our new home field. It's called GG Sports.
Yeah.
Brand new field, lights. It looks awesome. So I'm excited to get out there. We'll be playing against Dynasty and Revo. So it should be a good weekend.
Nice. It's a good practice. Sure.
Definitely. A good way to sight in the field.
Yeah. And then I'm going to be staying out there throughout the week until Wednesday. That way I can get some more reps on the layout. Thankfully, my job allows me to do that, because that's huge. Get some
a little flexibility. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, perfect, man.
I wish I could do that, dude. The closest field for me is like an hour, bro. I wish.
Yeah, you Fresno boy.
Yeah, god damn it, bro.
I thought there was a field out there.
There was, but they're like closed down ever since like COVID hit, and they just couldn't recover.
Just ruined everything, didn't it?
I just fucked it all up, but
And then Jerry,
I saw you out there at Capitol Edge this past weekend, dudes. How is it coaching War?
It's so much fun. Like really great group of people.
Mm-hmm.
It's my first time coaching, so I'm learning as I'm going, but it's all repetitive, right? just telling them little things. Hey, you could have done this a little bit better, you know, and then also give them, you know, like a good job, you know, boost them up, because I think a lot of people need that confidence, and confidence is huge in this game and life in general. Anything.
I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I just to give the listeners a little background, War is a D4 team. They play with the Seeple tournament. I don't know, do they play WC or other ones? I don't.
No, just
okay.
CPL right now. Yeah, so just trying to work our way up, you know.
Yeah,
They're
for
good
sure, man.
guys.
And David, who owns War, I actually met him when I was 12 years old and jumped on the same team with him.
Hell yeah.
So
Okay.
It's just full circle, you know, and it's nice to give back and help, you know, share my knowledge down to, you know, the divisional guys, you know.
Yeah.
Because I've been there before. I know how it is.
Yeah, well, the sport's a cycle like that, you know. The guys who are kind of coming up now, hopefully one day they'll make it to the top and kind of help foster that next generation.
Yeah, like I mean, I got a lot of help, you know. I'm still getting help, so it's nice to give back.
Yeah, I like David and his whole brand, World War Paint. I like that stuff.
Yeah.
I think he's coming up with some like really cool designs, and that's really good for paintball, but not like it's paintball, but it's obviously meant for like streetwear, right? I think that's
I think I'm gonna jump on board with him to help him out and come up with some new stuff also. So I'm excited about that.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Jerry Caro, gonna get a Jerry Caro line.
Yeah, hopefully
that'd be cool. For sure. I mean, David Luna, that's who we're talking about, the owner of World of War Paint.
Yeah.
He's out at every event, man. I mean, when it's Seeple, WC, every single NXL event, like
he helps us out at NXL.
He's one of those
crazy.
He's one of those guys that I love supporting and helping out when I can, because you know he supports paintball, and so it's definitely one of those companies that I mean, he deserves a shout out. WorldWarPaintball.com. Go check it out for sure.
Yeah. I remember when they were just like doing like just beanies and t-shirts, and now it's like, now look at them. They have like 20 different brands of fucking Pokemon jerseys, and it's so good. Like,
now, did you see his tent? I was like, dude, this is a nice tent. You upgraded from the first time. He's probably flying over. He's like, yeah, there's hurricanes out here. I was like, yeah, you need a durable tent, man.
Yeah. The NXLs, they test you, man.
One time in Florida, dude, when the rain started coming down like crazy,
dude, he saved me before.
Dude, it literally, the tent was like almost hovering off the ground. We were like all like hanging on to it like your life, and the rain is just not helping. And dude, every single time we've really needed like a place to store our stuff, David's always been there. He's always had our backs. It's like, yo, you guys need a drink? Like, oh, you want some water? Like, oh, yo, you want a White Claw when the event's over?
He's good people.
Yeah.
He's good people.
Yeah, he is. Him and his brother Tito, they're really good dudes.
I love Tito. I love those.
Yeah, they're funny.
No, well, for sure, man. Okay, so you're helping them out. One of the things I was going to ask about when I was asking about practice a little earlier is like, you know, kind of take us through, you know, an NYX layout weekend. What are you guys doing this year to, you know, okay, we have one weekend, we have 48 hours with this layout, you know, more days, but just on this weekend, how are we going to attack it and kind of learn it and, you know, get ready for the event?
Yeah, we have a whole compendium about what we're going to do. So it's all nice and organized, you know, so I just got to read it. I'm like, all right, I know what we have to do. So Friday is we get there, you know, a little later because people fly in Thursday night. So we're a little tired.
Of course, a little jet lag. Yeah,
a little jet lag. We'll start doing some breakouts, and then we'll break down the field, do some 3-on-3 breakouts and stuff like that. One side of the field, Dorito side, Snake side, and then we'll incorporate a body on either side, you know, to shoot those cross shots. And then from there, we'll just kind of shoot some bounce shots, you know, nice and easy day, pretty much breaking down the field.
Not necessarily playing points, running more drill type situations, stuff like that. Just trying to
amongst ourselves, right? That way we could give each other feedback and really break it down.
For sure. Okay.
Saturday, Sunday, those are the grinder days, right? We usually have a three-way rotation, or you know, something like the first event we had like 4 teams. And I thought that was great because, you know, all teams play a little differently, you know, so the more looks we could get, the better, especially on a 1 weekend layout, you know.
And I'm guessing Dynasty, they'll probably do it with you guys, but the way they usually run it here is like, it's like 3 points, then you're off. And one of the things I've noticed with that is like, you do see a lot of just different looks really quickly because, you know, most of these top end pro teams, they have a couple different lines, so they'll have a couple different guys doing different things. You know, maybe they'll be trying to break out. You just see a lot of points when you play back to back to back to back.
Yeah, Yeah, I think
And
we
then,
have
you know,
Impact Iron Man this weekend.
oh, really? Up in Sacramento?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Nice, nice.
What were you saying, Jerry? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
I totally forgot.
All right.
God damn it, my bad.
No
No,
worries.
it's all good, man. All right. So I did have a couple questions about teammates of yours, and I actually know one of your teammates pretty well. What is it like playing with the wild young kid, George McLean?
Oh man, that dude's awesome. He's like, hopefully he doesn't take offense to this, but he's like my little brother. Like, you know, I'm trying to help him out and stuff. But that kid works so fucking hard, man. Like I admire his work ethic. He's always out there. He's getting me out there, you know. I'm like, George, I'm getting a little older now, you know. I can't play as long as you know, and he's out there grinding, you know, but I'm kind of all about the quality points over quantity. That's just me. You know, I'm trying to take care of my body. I really am, you know,
at this point where
yeah. So
risk management or whatever it is.
George is the man. I love having him as a teammate.
No,
he's a good guy.
George's story is awesome. I've known him since he was like 17, playing at the DMG, I think D3 team. But yeah, his whole story of, you know, going up to pro, really not working out here, and then finding NYX and blossoming there. It's been really good to see. So yeah, no, it's awesome, man. Kind of wanted to give him a little shout out on the show.
He's so into it, man. He's committed. He's actually thinking about moving to New York so he can be closer to the core, you know, the team. I'm like, dude, that's what's up.
Yeah.
He's like, you coming out, Jerry? I was like, I gotta find a job that'll let me play paintball, you know? I'm pretty good where I'm at. Yeah.
No, for sure, bud. Well, and speaking of where, are you kind of down in like the Hollister area? I've seen you play at USPN a couple times. I know that field's kind of around there.
I live in Morgan Hill. I don't know if you guys know where that
okay.
is. It's South San Jose, about 20 minutes south. So
okay, man.
I grew up here in Morgan Hill.
Sick. Okay. I mean, I lived down in Hollister for a brief time, so I'm kind of familiar with that. Yeah, that whole Gilroy, that area
right
down there.
Gilroy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for
not
sure,
Gilroy,
man.
though.
No, not Gilroy. Yeah.
Had to clarify.
No, there's a big difference in those two areas.
Big difference. Yeah.
So, sure, man. All right, Hatch. I know you had some questions lined up. Yeah.
Okay, so one thing that I think that makes NYX so strong is since you guys have such like scattered players, right? It's all that different style of ball, right? You have the West Coast with you, Corey, and George. Then you have like the East Coast with all the New York guys. So
you got that Midwest like, ball a little bit too.
Yeah. So
it's ball. How is that blending?
Yeah, it's definitely a different style, right? Like we've always over here on the West Coast, I feel like we've always been like aggressive. And then over there on the East Coast, they've been a little bit more methodical,
more control paintball.
More control paintball, yeah. And then we actually give Pat Kraft a little bit of shit. We call him concrete boots because he never leaves his bunker, you know. And but like it's good that we have that mix, right? Because we're learning from each other, you know. Not just one style is going to always win. We have to mix it up.
Yeah.
So, and that's another thing that I'm learning in my game. You know, I'm learning how to shift gears. I was just one dimensional, you know, always trying to fly down the snake. It doesn't always work that way. You got to pull back, you know, be able to play a 3, play the 2, play the 1, constantly changing.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's, I think there was an event, I don't know. It was one of the ones I came back in. So it was in the 2020s. And I remember Alex Goldman, Mouse, won, I think he won finals MVP or MVP of the event. And it was one of those snakes where you don't do anything. Like you just got to get to a spot and hold it down. And that was kind of, you know, one of the first times it really was shown to me like, oh, there's levels to this aggression thing. Like, you know, you can W key forward, but that's not always going to work. So you have to like have that timed patience, you know, waiting for the right moment.
Right. Especially where it's like, if they use a player like Mouse or Jerry, where it's like, dude, if you play guys like that are, you know, like fantastic ones, when you pull them up short, it's like sometimes they just don't really know how to react to it. They're just like, whoa, why are they so short? Right.
That is true, yeah.
They're like expecting you in the 50, and it's like, well,
yeah,
he's not there. Well, I don't know. Like,
yeah, it's like, oh, where is he? He hasn't like come out of the 50 for a while.
Yeah, this past tournament, I shot 8 pods. I was like, I've never shot 8 pods in my entire life. I was like, I didn't even know it. I didn't even know how to run with 8 pods on my pod pack. I was like, what's going on?
You have, that like maxed out your capacity. You know, normally had like the 4+1 or what?
Yeah, I was like, all right, I know what I got to do. I got to hit some more legs when I get back home.
I'm the same way, bro. I'm a walking stick, dude. If I have anything over 8 pods, I'm like, bro, I'm about to fall over. You know,
It is funny. People don't think about that. Like, yeah, all right, you
No,
want to
dude.
load up 14 pods and sit in the back, but you might want to be doing your squats too, because that's going to add up after a while.
Yeah, definitely need the endurance.
I was talking to some of my teammates about practicing with a weight vest. You know, seeing
Clint Johnson-esque.
Yep, exactly. I saw him do it, and I was like, "Damn, that's a good ass idea, dude." Because dude, sometimes when you do walk out and it's like that slow layout, and you walk out with those extra 4 or 5 pods on your back, bro. Sometimes you're like,
Makes a little different. You're like, definitely.
Trying to make the same dive, but you got 15 extra pounds. Like,
it's like, all right, you're going Dorito 2. I'm like, fuck, dude.
Fuck, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Set the pods in there before you run out there.
Yep. Literally.
I think that's illegal, but you can't do that.
Like set them up, like
Yeah, set them up.
I wonder what they would say if you tried that. What would they say?
I don't know.
Like,
Get your pod guy, pick them up.
Okay, that's a good point. I just like walk out there and be like, "Oh, dude, I have too many." I would like say it out loud just to the rest of it. Like, "Oh, I have way too many."
As you're
like,
just laying them like perfectly 2 at a time in each like bunker you'll go up.
Yeah, straight hunt style.
Oh, I still have 13. Oh, I didn't know I took that many.
Oh, dude, my bad,
You have one underneath the Dorito.
Yeah. That's like an emergency pod. You put it there at the beginning of the day. Like,
it's like Scavenger Pro, dude.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
No, well, perfect, man. Hatch, what you didn't send me your full questions list, so I wasn't fully sure all that you had tonight.
You're good. So Jerry, how often do you travel over to New York to practice with the guys?
I mean, this year we didn't really travel much over there. They came out this way because the weather was horrible over there.
Okay,
so they came out. Yeah, they came out in January. We had like a big practice in the beginning, and then we had where did we practice? Oh, I forgot. We practiced in Florida.
Okay,
so I flew out there the week before. Yeah.
Was that were you the Russian Legion practice? Were you at that? Was that one?
It was ML Kings, Russian Legion, Revo, and yeah, that's it.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so not too much. You're not going over there too much.
Not too much anymore because we have our home field in St. Louis, so that's where we'll be practicing. So everyone kind of meets in the middle there.
Yeah. One thing that I noticed with the pros is like, it's like the kind of like the NFL, right? It's not like NFL teams aren't practicing against each other all the time, right? It's like a lot of the players are just focusing on like individual like drills, like footwork, stuff like that,
Fundamentals. Yeah,
exactly. Fundamentals to where it's like the shit that it's like really when it comes down to in the game where you're like, okay, at least okay, fuck, I don't play football, so I don't fucking know.
Well, and even like
what I'm saying?
Well, and kind of to the point, Jerry was talking about earlier how like Friday they're gonna kind of take it and just do a drill day, do like 3-on-3 stuff like that. Well, that's kind of what you would do in football too. Is like that week before a couple days, you'll start doing walkthroughs of all your plays. So like, all right, so this is kind of what we're gonna do. It'll be a lot faster. It'll be a lot more chaotic, but we're kind of getting that muscle memory now.
Yeah.
So
definitely, and then we always try to like figure out what's like the most shootable side, right? We want to be able to shoot the easiest target.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, and see what we could get away with, right? Test the limits and then kind of pull it back from there because we could always run far, right? And we could always pull back just a little bit if we need to.
Yep.
Yeah. Find out kind of where that sweet spot is, and then the positions where you can take advantage. Like, bro, you get to the money and you're just, you got 3 packs, like they're just waiting for you, like shit like that.
Yeah.
Okay, another one. So how you've been playing how long have you been playing paintball for, like in general?
I think 18 years now.
God damn. Okay, so
gonna raise a child.
Yeah,
I know, it's pretty crazy to think.
So what
about.
Got you into paintball? Like in the
I mean, place? As a kid, I always liked trying new things. I was always out, outdoors. I don't think kids are outdoors nowadays anymore. Yep. But I was always out trying to figure things out, like what I wanted to do. I was always involved with football. Football was like my #1 sport. And then I had a buddy. His name was Eli. He had a bunch of land. He's like, dude, let's get some paintball guns. I was like, that sounds great. His mom bought us some paintball guns, and we were out there shooting. And we looked at the nearest field, which happened to be USPN. Went out there. There was a team called Inflict at the time, and I had no idea. Paintball was like a thing. They're like, yeah, we're getting ready for a tournament called World Cup. I'm like, what the hell is that? Like soccer.
Yeah.
And it was like Jason Vidalich's, the brothers, Toke Hamill was out there, Danny Ibarra. All these guys ended up playing pro.
The royalty guys.
Royalty guys, yeah. They were Inflict before Royalty.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so I met those guys, Al Fernandez. So all those guys, and I was like instantly hooked. I was like, all right. And then we got onto the 3-man young guns at that time. And just kind of started working my way up from there.
Gotcha. Okay.
For sure, man. Nice.
When did you make that step where it was like, okay, I'm gonna start taking this shit like serious? Like when was it? Like when was it like, okay, I'm gonna stop focusing on football and now I'm gonna make my main focus paintball?
As soon as I graduated high school, because I knew football wasn't always going to be there, so I had to take advantage of that and enjoy it with my, with my high school friends. Tried college football, did that, was in the best shape of my life. I was like, I'm going back to paintball. You know, went out, just try to play. Go ahead.
Where did you play at, if you don't mind me asking, for college?
At West Valley College, junior college up here in San Jose.
Okay, some JUCO ball. Nice. All right.
Yeah, JUCO ball. Yeah.
Same, man.
Nice.
Okay. Continue. So you were, right after that, you're coming back to paintball.
Right after that, I just was like, all right, I need to get back into paintball. I didn't know who was still playing, like out of my friends. Go out. Some guys were getting ready for the WCBPL. One of my friends was out there playing. I was like, hey, man, can I get a spin, with you guys? Because I haven't even played yet. And then he's like, no. This guy said no. I was like, all right. And then he's like, actually, he said, yeah, we need a player. So this guy's tired, whatever. I go in. Go down the snake, have a good point. And this guy's like, dude, do you want to play in a tournament next weekend? I was like, hell yeah.
So it went from being rejected to getting a spot on the team in 1 point.
Yeah. But that ended up becoming one of my really good friends to this day. So yeah. Went to the tournament and had a great season. We had 5 second place finishes, ended up winning the Division 3 WCBL series. So we were consistent, but we're just there. So
that's a pretty Northern California story. We got a lot of teams that are gonna get in seconds for a lot of the time in a row.
Yeah.
Shout out to Old Excessive guys.
Literally.
But yeah, I mean, people probably don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when them and Dynasty pretty much played in every finals across the world, and Excessive lost pretty much every single time.
That was mainly 7-man though, right? Because Excessive wasn't too good in the X-Ball.
Yeah, Excessive didn't play X-Ball all that well, but 7-man, I think they still had a pretty solid squad, kind of going through for a while.
Yeah, shout out to Rich Telford.
Yeah, I mean, he's your coach, so would hope that.
No, I got a lot of respect for that guy. That guy's definitely helped me a lot in this game. Really good guy, funny as hell.
Yeah, I know. Honestly, one of the, everyone talks about in Paintball House, like people are really nice or kind or, like just kind of this general like sense of being a good person. And Rich is that to the fullest. Like I've worked with Go Sports a couple times, and like he's always the dude who's going around making sure everyone's fed, making sure everyone's got water, and we're all good throughout the day. So yeah,
man, this game is special, man. It's very special. It's a great place to be. There's nothing else I'd rather do. It's gonna be cool to see you guys out. We're doing this podcast. You would never see you guys. I'm gonna say what's up. I'm not gonna pretend like I don't know you guys.
Yeah, well, for sure, man. And I've gotten some videos of you. I mean, hell, you have one of my most viral clips on IG, man. It's
Jerry Caro jersey right there.
Yeah, it's been hanging on the show the whole time. So but yeah, Jerry, no. I was gonna ask there with the Rich stuff, maybe you could talk a little bit about the relationship going on there, because I think some people are kind of confused about it, because he does help out you guys, but he's also in the booth at times calling your game. So it's like, what what is that relationship?
Yeah, so I mean, he's got a commitment, he's got a job, right? He works for Go Sports. He's trying to do both, and he is doing both. Of course, I would like to have him, down in the pits. But he's watching all the games, right? He's giving us valuable information.
Great scouting, yeah.
Ultimate scouting, yeah. He's got the best seat in the house with Maddie. And we also got Dan Lee, who's, stepped in as a coach. And I think he's doing a great job. Very smart guy, breaking down, like percentages, everything. He's very smart. And then we got Bo Milo, the owner. He's also a coach, so they all work together. So we've got 3 coaches, and then we've also got CJ Cantor, who's a player coach, probably one of the smartest guys in the game too. And he helps out. He breaks it down. Yeah. So he simplifies it for all of us on the team, and we listen to him because we have a lot of respect for him.
And I think, honestly, I'm going to say it. I think one of the reasons CJ does have that paintball IQ is he films paintball. There's a lot of guys who, when we're on the sidelines, we see a lot of shit. Now, you put a marker in my hand, my snap's going to be horrible. I'm not going to shoot you off the break, all that shit. But if you have a guy like CJ who has all those fundamentals and is a very good athlete and player, and then he also gets to study film like that, it definitely helps. You know, it helps you understand stuff a little bit.
Yeah,
dude. The funny thing about Rich, he probably doesn't even know it, but my second time ever playing paintball was a Thomas Taylor and Rich Telford clinic. That was like my second time ever playing paintball.
That's dope.
Right. And I was like, and they were like, all right, so Thomas Taylor with his raspy ass voice, he was like, all right, guys, so what do you guys want to learn today? And I was like, I want to learn how to like run into the snake. And he was like, all right, slow down there, cowboy. We're gonna learn we're gonna teach you how to shoot. And I was like, all right, right. So
I want to learn how to bunker people. That's pretty much what you were doing, Hatch. Yeah.
Hatch running into the snake with some cowboy boots on.
Yep, for sure.
Plays paintball, bro. But,
dude, you need to do a video with that, Hatch. Wear some cowboy boots in the paintball field.
He has.
Dude,
he already has.
Are you
it's not a joke.
I got you, Jerry. I got you.
I've filmed this man playing a point in cowboy boots.
I'll send you a little something right now,
Just
Jerry.
slugging along.
It was. He looks slow. Heavy, I'm not gonna lie.
God,
was this before the Crocs or after the Crocs?
Bro,
that video was hilarious.
It was around that time. Yeah, we've been making some stuff during this off season. But yeah, man. All right. So, you know, sounds like you've got kind of a couple more days here. Then you're gonna be heading out to what? You guys say you're practicing in New York, or are you guys going down?
No, in St. Louis.
Oh, St. Louis. I'm sorry. Yeah, you said that. Okay.
I don't fly out till Thursday morning. Get there like around 10.
Okay. Yeah. So then you're out there at the weekend. Are you guys heading down to Texas early, or just like Wednesday? Gonna probably head out there that time, or?
No. Yeah, we're gonna stay there until Wednesday, so we'll be able to practice. You know, we'll probably have Monday off. We'll rest from that long weekend, right? Get our bodies right. Probably go do something, ice bath, whatever, and then go back Tuesday, and then fly out Wednesday. Practice for 2 hours on Thursday before the event, and then get ready for the show.
Hell yeah, man. Well, sick. I mean, yeah. I'll be there. I'll probably, I don't know, I'll be on the sidelines for some of those games. So, you know, do some cool shit, and we'll get some cool media out of it. But yeah, man. I mean,
Brandon, you guys gonna be there?
Oh yeah. Oh
well, 50% of them are gonna be there.
Awkward as fuck for Brando, but I will be there.
Yeah, Hatch will be there.
Right.
I'll be there in spirit. My jersey will be there. I'll say that.
My pod pack will be there. Or his pod pack will be on my back.
Pod pack will be there.
Yeah, that counts. And it is a good excuse. It's a it's a employment business type excuse. So all right, you gotta do it.
If you have a lifetime like that, bro, you gotta take it, bro. You gotta take it, right? You know, you gotta take care of the home life. You know,
the timing sucks, but
yeah, definitely, man. You gotta take care of the home life.
Yeah,
for sure.
It sucks still.
Yeah, well, and I think that's always, you know, one of the things I point out a lot in paintball is you'll always have these guys who are like, yep, I'm retiring, it's finally happening, you know, got 2 young kids, gotta go take care of them. Well, those kids turn 10 years old, guess who's back at the paintball field? You know, like it's like, you never really retire.
Like, kids, I'm coming back.
Yeah.
Playing paintball where they're playing like fucking mud pies and picking up like the paintballs on the ground.
Yep. No, for sure, man. Paintball always kind of sinks its teeth back into people.
Literally.
Yeah, I remember going out to play. I remember going out to play for the first time it was raining, and then I was like, damn, these paintballs are huge. It's going to hurt. But I didn't realize that the water was just absorbing.
Just blowing them up. Yeah.
The water. Yeah. I was like, yeah, this is going to hurt. Yeah. First point I ever played, my shoes got stuck in the mud. I fell forward and got lit up. That was my first time playing.
Oh, damn.
Like playing like a
literally got stuck in the mud. Yeah.
Well, that was like an airball point, or so like you started playing airball. Okay.
It was the first time playing airball. Yeah. I was like, yeah, I don't think I like this.
Do you ever spend any time in the woods, or?
I played a little bit in the woods, not much.
Little bit of a rec ball player, and then kind of was like, all right, I like this. I'm gonna go over there now. Like I'm gonna go try to.
Yeah. It was just I like the faster pace, but I do like Tin Man and stuff like that. It's fun. Any type of paintball, I'm down to play.
Hell yeah!
It's always a good time. Yeah. Scenario games, they can be a lot of fun. You know.
Have you guys ever seen that one clip? I don't know where it's at, what paintball field it's at, but it's like iconic as fuck. It's like a kid playing paintball for the first time. He's like walking out in like the fucking open. It's like a dirt field. All
it's at SC Village. Or no, Hollywood Sports. Yeah, it's one of the two. Yeah.
No, I believe standing out in the open and just get fucking sniped, bro.
Dude, I remember watching that so many times over and over and over
That one
again.
is so fucking funny, dude. It's like no joke.
Yeah.
That was like how a guy, if he actually got shot, would look like.
You literally see this kid just get like donged, dude. Like you
dude,
just
dude.
see him
Actually,
get
you gotta,
passed
You
out.
gotta reenact that, dude. You got some more video content. You can
Yeah,
reenact
hey,
that.
there we go. Yep.
Valid.
Come on,
valid.
dude.
Hold on. Hey, in the vault, dude.
Yeah, right
In the
there,
vault,
right
writing it
there.
down.
Hey,
Remake
right now, bro.
kid video. All right,
And
got
let
it.
me shoot you.
Yeah, no, we'll let Jerry do it. All right.
Down.
Now let's get
I'm
him
down.
involved. He's in. All right. No, Hatch is always down to get shot for the content. I feel like.
Oh yeah, dude. We gotta, Jerry. We know what we gotta do. You and I gotta fucking have a cowboy duel. I don't know if you ever saw that video when we were dueling like cowboys, you know, quick draw style. I challenge
Just
you
have
to a
one ball in the
duel, bro.
chamber. Just a one ball in the chamber.
It's like you're standing there, you know, and there's weapon by your side. Someone calls a draw, fucking quick shot from the hip, one shot. Then it's like every time you miss, take one step closer.
Can we move like kind of like
Nope.
Matrix?
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
Cannot
okay.
move.
People
Can't
do.
help
You're not supposed to.
If you move,
They get
bro,
called
you
words
just-
that we can't say on YouTube.
Wait, so I
Yeah.
feel like if you move, you should just get shot for free.
That's low key.
Like, if you were
what
to-
it should be, but people are soft as hell, dude. But dude, bro, okay. And I will say, dude, I actually saw people dueling at the field this past weekend.
Yeah. Yeah.
People were doing it, and I was like,
We're
damn,
starting
dude,
a
let me in on
trend.
this shit. The thing is, I get yelled at when I do it, dude.
Well, 'cause-
Our coach, Chim, when we're like down serious, dude, he's like, oh fuck, dude. He goes, take that shit to the other fucking field if you're trying to have fun. We're trying to be serious. And I'm like, I'm just trying to have some fun, bro.
Hey, Chim was actually he was my coach at one point. He coached me when I was playing Division 4. We ended up winning the first tournament, the first WCBL ever, I think.
Damn.
Yeah, he's yeah.
Jim's
He
a
knows-
local
he
legend,
knows
man.
what's up. He's an OG. He's been in the game for a while. You know, he might be a little intimidating, but he means well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the
I
style
like
where
having
it's
him
really in
around.
your face. Yeah, I like having him around. I like the style where it's like in your face, where it's like, you know, dude, if you're in the 50, say if you're in like the 50 snake and you are not like rapping, like say if the whole snake side's blown out and you're in the 50 snake and you're not rapping, dominating everybody, dude, he is in your fucking ear yelling at you. He's like, what are you doing? Or like,
Yeah.
I don't even want to say
Well,
the
it's
words
like-
that
He lets
is,
us
but-
I
know.
don't-
He lets us know
Yeah.
when we're not doing it right.
right?
Relating it back
Definitely
to
not in
That's
soft
good.
voice.
Ah,
So I respect. I like that. I respond to that type of feedback. Right, it makes me want to
Yeah.
become better. Right, because I don't want to fucking get yelled at. Who
Well, I was gonna
wants to get
say,
yelled at?
Hatch,
Right.
there's literally
Right.
an episode of The Office where like with the Will Ferrell when he's coming in, he's like nice to Dwight the whole show, and Dwight does nothing, and then he finally snaps and he's like, "Get your fucking ass downstairs!" And Dwight's like, "Okay, I respond really well to strong, powerful leadership," and that's literally you, bro.
Yeah. So I like Chim. His style definitely. That's my shit, dude. He teaches me a lot. Right. He's especially now that he's like he teaches me a lot of the mid game stuff where it's like whenever I'm not playing the front, right? He has me dialed back as the 2, kind of being like the quarterback of the team at that point, right? That's definitely like a whole other fucking game aside from being like just a front guy, right? And it's like
Yeah.
one thing that I was saying to Brando, where it's like it's almost like you can't really be a really good back guy if you really haven't been like a front guy at one point, right? You don't know the tendencies of how to really, you know, counter a really good front guy because you haven't done it yourself, right? It's like you have to put in twice as much work as a back guy to become that, right? And I think that's why literally Colt LaCow is so good, right? He's put in that work to where it's like he can counter just sitting in the back, right? Because his gun is so strong. So
You always bring up Cole. You love Cole, bro, and I
he's a
like
fucking
I
beast,
respect
bro.
it.
He's a fucking beast.
Baller ass player. I'm a fan of his too, but it is funny how you always got to bring
Is
him
this
up.
who you're talking about? Who is
What's up?
this you're talking about?
Colt
Who is this
LaCow,
guy you're talking
PB Fit,
about?
the big guy.
For PB Fit.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was on the
That guy just
ACD
doesn't fucking
AC
miss,
Dallas
dude.
line.
Yeah. So I like that guy. I like his style, bro. You know.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think one thing that I make sure, right? Because he was talking about accountability. I make sure that my guys are not fucking pieces of shit, or at least if they are, like Brando, I fucking better see some fucking crunches or something soon.
I got you.
Yeah, on the
I
show.
got you.
Just get back on that bed
I
and
try
just
to keep
start working them
everybody
out.
I'm like calling him out. Like, I see you're texting me yesterday. He goes, dude, I ran around my neighborhood a couple times, bro. It made me feel like you made me feel like shit yesterday. Dude, Keep going, bro. That's what I need, Papa.
It's all negative reinforcement. It's all you fucker, you piece of shit. Not like, hey, bro, did you work out today? Good shit, King. Like, it's none of that. It's all, nah, you fucking asshole. Go run, bitch. Like,
yeah, exactly. And the thing that's kind of what's rubbing off with Chim with all of us, right? Is that like aggressive mentality, right? Where it's like, dude, fuck yeah. Like, because at least for me, when people get in my face and like, dude, how bad do you really fucking want it? I'm like, so bad. I am like, I'm freaking out. I want it so bad, right? Because it's like, it's just that level of hype, right? I respond to hype.
The intensity is just so much higher. Yeah,
we've all known you're intense since that clip of Enrique posted of you putting, I think, what is it, literally 14 balls in a dude's neck?
Dude, the slow-mo made it look bad. It wasn't even that
was
bad.
14 balls still. Like, if you count the number of paint bullets, it doesn't make it worse. Like,
I'm pretty sure it was actually like 16.
It was more. What the
The slow-mo made it look bad.
Yeah.
When I put up like the full clip of it, like in real time, it didn't look that bad. It was fast.
Dude, Hotch just ringing this dude's bell.
That wasn't my fault.
It happens.
When they're just standing there, right? It's like, bro, get out, bro. Right? You don't see people in pro just like, unless it's like low time and they're just kind of like, obviously, you know, they're trying to.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't see people in pro getting out slowly? What are you talking about?
Sometimes, dude, they're getting out
I
fast
see this
as hell,
shit.
Dude.
Some teams, some dudes like to stand at their bunker for 30 seconds looking at themselves and then looking at you like, how the fuck did you just shoot me, as they're walking off? Because that's the shit I have on film more. Like Jerry's shaking his head. I feel like there's a little.
I agree with that.
Are you a slow walker off the field, Jerry? Or are you a quick one?
Yeah, mid.
Mid?
Yeah, that's respectable.
Yeah, no,
you gotta have that little stare down moment of like, all right, that's your number. Okay, I'll come back.
Yeah.
No, I'm like, yeah.
I'm only fast if I'm on our side, right? If it's on our pit side, that's when I'm like, all right, I'm gonna dip out here fast. Maybe they won't see me, right?
Yeah, or if you're like playing the middle, run backward, and then walk off.
Make sure everybody can see me, stuff like that. Oh,
yeah,
I just gave away that fuck.
It's okay.
Or at least like I forgot who it was from, like, I think it was like the Russians, where they're like running, guys like dead, running down the snake, right? Walks past the guy who's alive in the snake and just puts his gun like straight up in the obvious as fuck, right?
I know what clip you're talking about. It wasn't the Russians.
I don't know who it was, but dude, I was just like, bruh.
Fuck it. Sorry, Jordan. I love you, bro. I have a clip of J-Bo. So that was a tactic that DMG used, that they on a certain layout, like, hey, if you're walking by and you see a dude there, put your gun up. And there's this clip of Jordan literally just hard looking, and then and it's like, you gotta be a little more sly.
Yeah, J-Bo does do the hard.
I feel like there's gotta be a rule for that. Like, you know what I mean? Don't show, like, you can't signal, but I don't know.
But whatever. I feel like a lot of refs don't want to.
It's one of those gray area things. I feel like
a penalty for that. Yeah. It's like, dude, that can really affect the entire game, right? A penalty for like something that small.
And like, was he signaling? Like, it's hard to prove too, like from a actual standpoint. What were we gonna say, Jerry?
I was freaking out at the CPL, the first event, coaching these guys, the war guys. These guys are out here screaming, hit out. I was like, you can't talk when you're hit. You're not allowed to do that. Yeah. Like, no, we can do it here. Jerry, I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And screaming, you can do it.
So that is,
you know,
the first time I was like, whoa. Am I supposed to call something on that?
So for people who aren't in the Sacramento area, at CPL, the Capital Edge tournament, they do allow like the divisional guys to yell, like, or to signify like to their teammates. Yeah, you can't talk, but like, I'm hit, out, some shit like that. Like, yeah.
That do like a fucking symphony, bro. They're like, they're doing it for fucking ever, dude. You know,
it's still one word.
I guess, yeah. There's no time limit. It's just word limit.
You know, but it's like but nobody. I think that just refs don't really want to call it on stuff like that, right? Because then it's like, all right, I know for a fact that people on higher end teams, they're like, all right, if I'm standing there on the sidelines with my arm crossed, he's in the snake. If my hand's on my head, he's in the corner, right? So shit like that, right? Obviously, stuff like that's in the game, right? But it's like little minute stuff like that. But it's like, if someone were to call, if a ref were to call penalty on a guy with his arms crossed, well, what the fuck, right?
Yeah,
they would just that would affect the game way too much for something.
I feel like
how would you know? Yeah,
for me, it's kind of the, you know, let's take baseball into it, just because another really big cheating scandal happened a couple of years ago with the Astros. the thing that took it over the line and a lot of people agreed with is stealing signs has always been a part of baseball. So having a dude who maybe he got to second base, now he's behind the pitcher, he's trying to read what the dude's trying to do and maybe, you know, tip off the batter a little bit. It's always been in the game. The Astros got in a fuck ton of trouble because now they implemented a buzzer system. So they added some type of electronic system to help them and do that at a way higher ability. And that's where I think it's like, okay, now you're crossing the line, man. Like the first one is kind of like sportsmanship. You're trying to play to the game. You know, you have a visual on him. All right, I see that. So I think that's kind of my stance on it is like, maybe they're signaling, maybe they're not. I can't necessarily prove that unless it's like a dude is like hitting a hit pack that he knows like, oh, there's only 3 guys left because I got 3 buzzes. Like, okay, then that's crazy, you know, like way over the line type shit. But that's always kind of been my thought on stuff like that.
And dude, another thing, dude, people try to get away with like talking, right? Like, dude, I know I'm in the impact pits all the time. I know Dave does this shit, right? He'll be like on the sidelines. He'll be like on the sidelines and shit's going down. He's like, dude, that guy's hit on his pack. And it's like, the ref's like, okay, goes in and fucking checks the guy, right? Because it's
seen
like,
that a couple times.
What the fuck, right? If that's
I did that at the TBL,
right?
Yeah.
A lot of people, it's like, ugh, it's like ref's discretion. It's really is sometimes. But then it's like the referee will not say something, but he gives you the slow turnaround and like looks right at you, right? And then it's like, okay, warning, right?
Warning.
Saying without saying, you know, my warning for cheering or some shit, right?
Just a blank paintball mask of like,
yep.
You want to do that again?
Like, really, bro? So I think that's kind of ref discretion.
That's tough. That's a tough one.
I agree. So what's up, Brando? You got anything?
Dude, yeah, I actually have a question. I want Jerry's opinion and thoughts on this as well, but it's for everyone. Having like a bad practice, you know, we've all gone through it.
Yeah.
Just what's your mental state during the day? Because it sucks. It absolutely sucks. You know.
Getting shit on? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah. I mean, you know, whether you're getting shit on or it just you're not doing anything. It feels like you're not doing anything right. You know, it's a bad practice for you.
Okay.
You know, how do you stay in it mentally, and then like the week or the following week, you know, dawning on it and replaying and everything. Like, what's your mental state through it all?
Go ahead, Jerry.
Honestly, it's a mental thing, right? You're gonna get discouraged at times, and you gotta really just, you know, you're having a shitty day, you're getting shot a lot, but you gotta really, you know, you're gonna have days like that sometimes. You know, just like in real life, we're gonna have those bad days. You can't let that just define you. You know, thinking like, oh, now I'm gonna, you know, have it in the back of your mind. No, just be positive. You know. What I do, I'm like, all right, I'm having a bad couple, you know, hour of practice right now. Like, I gotta chill out, you know, reset and try something different, right? Sometimes you're falling into the same role. You're trying to force something that's just not working for you. So take a step back, you know? Like I said, you could always keep moving forward, It's not working out, pull back a little bit, you know? Yeah.
Okay.
But it's definitely a mental thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it sucks. It definitely sucks, but don't let it, you know, get the best of you.
This is mine. This is my whole thing on it. Dude, at practice, the only L you're taking is learning, bro. Learning. You know, you don't actually take a lot. Like, dude, if you're fucking trying to win practice, you're lame as hell. That's the L you're taking. When you're trying to win practice, you're lame, right? The only losses are at tournaments, right? When you're at practice, every single point you lose, just look at it as a learning experience. All right, why did we lose, right? Did we get blown off the field? How did we get blown off the field, right? Was it a guy not looking the right zone? Was it people getting shot off the break? Stuff like that.
Yeah, well, and I think some of that's like kind of the ego, because I mean, let's be real. I've seen a lot of teams that win in practice and then for some reason just don't win on the day of. Don't know why. Maybe that's, you know, they weren't fully calling their hits, shit like that.
Penalties, stuff
and
like that.
Some of that is definitely like, you know, it's going to be on your ego because it sucks when you're getting shot. Like, you know, that feeling is not great. But if you can kind of take from that and realize like, okay, I'm getting exposed right now. Like, how am I getting shot every point? Am I running a route wrong? Am I playing a bunker wrong? If you take from it and actually learn from it, I feel like that's where you're actually going to level up and, you know, kind of get ready for the event and kind of take that next step.
And also being honest with yourself. If you're getting bounced at practice, you got to know, yeah, hey, that could have broke, you know. So in a tournament, that might break.
So much higher chance of breaking.
So if you get bounced and you play through a point and then say you hit the buzzer, you really didn't win that point because that ball could have broke. But it didn't. But, you know,
like,
in a tournament,
got hit.
That's game changer. That's game changer right there. You know?
I try to play bounces at practice, right?
Yeah.
You know,
play it out,
like,
right?
If it's a soft ass bounce, you know, I'm like, eh. Right? But if it's like a hard one where it's like, damn, right on my like center fucking wrist pad, I'm like, all right, bitch, I'm out. Stop shooting me. You know what I'm saying? So, oh man. But yeah, L for learning. That's my
L for learning.
L for learning. Right?
That's gonna start pulling up to kids in the field, being like, "You guys ready to take some L's? All right, we're taking L's today."
Like in dodgeball, they're like L for love.
Yeah, you don't know. Yeah.
And the thing is, right? If you try to win practice, you're like, "Oh, dude, fuck yeah, shit, we're shitting on these guys. We're winning practice." L for lame.
L for lame.
You know, but like Brando can attest to this. It's like, you know, even when we're getting sometimes we're getting destroyed at practice, I'm like, hey, I'm coming in, I'm giving everybody a high fives. I'm going around in circles like, hey, let's go. We're learning, right? If this shit was easy, everybody would be doing it. Everybody around here would be semi-pro if it was fucking easy, right?
It's a dirty job, but someone's got to do it.
Exactly. So, you know.
And if it's easy, it's not worth it, man. You know, it's got to be tough.
Exactly.
Well, for sure. I mean, and that's one of the fascinating things with our pro division that I've always kind of thought about. When you look at it, you know, let's kind of average out there's 20 pro teams. I kind of average out about 10 players per team, you know, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. That means there's only 200 spots. Like if you're up there and you're playing in that pro division, you're submitting yourself as one of the best 200 players of this game just by being in that division and competing and trying to, you know, level up. And then that's the crazy thing is then you have those top 100 dudes, you know, those top 10 teams that are just on another ascendant plane of playing this game. And it's like, you know, you're trying to catch up to that, and it's a difficult game to master. It's incredibly difficult game to master at that level.
I wonder how many people on the pro have less than 10 years of experience. It's got
not
like
many.
None, right?
Probably
maybe Tyler, and that's it.
Yeah, Tyler Panlilio for sure.
Yeah.
I know, like Brandon, maybe Brandon Trujillo.
Some pros that one.
Yeah, all right, that's a good one. Find like the youngest pro player.
I think this is my 9th season pro, so yeah, but not playing. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Damn, dude, like time flies, you know, when you kind of look back on that, like,
man.
You know, that was a goal you were trying to accomplish for so long, and now you've already been doing it for almost a decade at this point.
You know, it actually wasn't ever a goal for me to go pro. I just wanted to continue learning. And I think that's how I got to where I'm at now. Is because I was so just dialed into like just getting better and better every time. And I'd always set a goal, you know, like if you have a practice also, you learn something, you run into a situation, you know, or you need to work on that, apply that to the next time you go out and practice, you know, and that's how you're going to get better.
Yeah. I think that it's like, God damn it, dude. Every time I bring this up, we always never do it at fucking practice. When we would like go around like a circle and it's like, yo, what do you want to focus on today? Right?
Yeah, we don't do that as often as
the weekend after I said it on the podcast, and then we never did it again. Like, fuck. I'm gonna get better at this.
Put that on the vault like you're writing down notes for the video. Write that down.
You're right. In the vault.
Come on now.
In the vault.
Here we go.
Hatch's Android phone. No one will ever see that.
Dude, I got pages on pages of notes from
notes that only you will see.
Hey guys, I gotta get going.
For sure, man.
Well, about the hour mark, but I appreciate you guys.
Yeah,
I mean, Hatch, Ryan.
Yeah, real quick before you jump out, where can people kind of follow along with your, you know, kind of journey and, you know, you as a player?
Instagram would be best. Jerry Caro 4. It's pretty simple.
Okay, yeah, just JCARO and then 4. All right.
JCARO 4. Yep.
Yeah, well, perfect, man. Definitely, we appreciate Jerry for coming on to the show tonight. Thanks for giving some of your time.
Thank you guys.
Good luck at this next event, man. And yeah, I'll be on the sidelines. You know, I'll cheering you on silently. I can't say anything, but
I sent you the Cowboy video.
All right, cool.
Check your DMs.
You'll have to check that out.
All right, guys. Well, you
man.
guys have a good night, and then I'll see you guys in Texas.
Yeah.
Bring your boots, hat.
Short week here. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Have a good one, Jerry. See you, man.
And then Brandon, we'll see you in Stockton sometime, maybe.
All right, man. There we go.
Hey.
Let
All
me
right.
know.
All right, brother. You guys have a good night.
Thank you, Jerry. Thank you again, man.
Wait. Before I sign off, where's this going to be posted?
Yeah, so we posted on YouTube as well as Apple, Spotify, Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Okay. So I can send you the links for those when it goes live.
Right on. Cool, man. Thank you.
We'll tag you in a reel, bro. We got you.
All right. Later, guys.
For sure. Later, man.
Oh, dude, we got to get it from the sidelines like Christmas. Fucking.
I was so close. I was going to start it back. You know what? All right. From the sidelines Christmas playlist. That's how we're getting back into the episode. What's up, guys? Welcome back. So we had Jerry on. Appreciate him coming on. And yeah, so we'll kind of jump into the rest of the show with just the girls. But first, before we talk about anything else, we do need to talk about our sponsors. I mentioned them at the beginning, but a little more detail in case you're new here and you want to hear more about them. Liquid IV. This is a hydration multiplier. So it's a really awesome product. We use it legitimately every weekend. I drink one maybe once a day at this point. They're amazing tasting. They have a whole bunch of great vitamins. B3, B5, B6, B12, and vitamin C. They have 3 times more electrolytes than you'll find in, let's say, like Gatorade, Powerade, stuff like that you'll find off the shelf. And yeah, I'm also forgetting, I mentioned the great flavors, but I didn't tell you what they are. We got lemon, lime, guava, watermelon, passion fruit, strawberry, pina colada, acai berry, and golden cherry. And they're always adding new flavors. Strawberry lemonade has been added to that list. I know they also had, I wonder if they've been doing these like mocktail ones. So they're like cocktails that are just hydrating instead, which I saw them out at Coachella, and it makes a lot of sense if you're like in the desert partying all day, and then you're like, all right, let's get a drink that'll hydrate me and not kill me.
Yeah,
so yeah, no, if you are out drinking, you need to get, rehydrated from a long night of, drinking. You can use one of these. It'll help you out greatly. I've been sipping on one through the show, lemon lime. That's my favorite. As always, you can use code Mafia_Moffitt, and that is going to get you 20% off and free shipping at their website. So liquidiv.com. The code one more time is Mafia_Moffitt, MAFIA_MOFFITT. And yeah, head over to liquidiv.com, grab some for yourself. You won't regret it. I'm serious. Like, for hydration, you can't beat this product.
You will not regret it.
And then next up, we got NECTR. Talked about them first in the beginning of the show. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this product. The more I use it, the more I actually really enjoy it. It's a little pouch. So if anyone out in the show has ever been familiar with snus, maybe if you're listening to the audio show and not watching the video, it's made in the same place. So it's made in Sweden with all their kind of higher quality standards. But instead of any nicotine or tobacco, the pouch just contains caffeine and then a couple neurotropics that the brand decided to add in. I know there's codzin, something like that. Some hard to pronounce name that Brandon could probably pronounce better than me because he's a medical person. But yeah, they have it packed up in there. It's a little boost, little pick me up for your day. Doesn't have, like let's say you're drinking energy drinks, doesn't have all the sugars and additive stuff that's in there. Let's say maybe you're a dip fan or a user yourself already. It's kind of a way that maybe you can find a little bit more healthier of a product to kind of step away from that. And yeah, no, it's great. We're going to be doing some more stuff with them soon. We have a giveaway coming. Well, if you guys are listening to the show, the giveaway is already live. So head over to the Instagram page to get more information about that. And yeah, so, yeah, NECTR. Oh, forgot. If you guys do want to grab some for yourself, we have a custom URL code now. So it is NECTR, NECTR.energy, and then /MafiaProductions. So Mafia Productions, same way it's spelled here, MAFIAPRODUCTIONS, and then NECTR, NECTR.energy /MafiaProductions. And the code there is the same, Mafia Productions. So that's, you can use the code, you can use the URL. They'll both help you out. But now it's been upped to a buy 2, get 1 free. So instead of, I think it was $5 off last week. If you use the code now, it's going to be a buy 2 cans and you're going to get 1 for free. So if you want to try it out, that's a great way to get each of the flavors and, have a little extra can. Maybe you want to try it out with your friend, kind of share it around. Maybe someone who dips and you're, maybe want to get them off of it or try to at least give them some product that they can use. This would be a great one. So thank you to NECTR. We appreciate you guys. And you're going to be seeing more stuff with them in the future.
Love you, NECTR.
Oh, Oh, we did it, guys. I did the sponsors. It's getting longer, which is like a weird good problem to have. It just means more time that I have to monologue through the show.
Eventually, we're gonna have to break it up into like people.
People, yeah, and we're gonna have to break it up and like we're just gonna record them post, and then filter them in, like be like an actual fancy podcast studio. Which, speaking of, I'm excited. I'm gonna go tour a studio down in Austin when we're at the event. So that Monday after, I'm gonna stay a little bit later and check out the Drinking Bros Studios. So it is Tetherball Media Academy is the name of the whole like thing. But they do a whole bunch of shows I've listened to for a long time. And yeah, I've reached out to a couple of their members. Lázaro Lopez, he's a part of Drinking Bros. So I did reach out to him to see if he could kind of show me around that day. He said he might be working, so we'll see what's up with that. But he'll be at the event. Really excited to see him and Hatcher. They have a meme idea in the works, so that's gonna be pretty funny. But yeah, so shout out to him and those guys over there. So excited to actually tour a legitimate like professional podcast studio. It's not very professional, but it's like professional quality, if that makes sense. But yeah, so NECTR, Liquid IV, all their information is gonna be linked down in the description. Go support them. It's gonna make us look good. Oh my god, I completely forgot this. NECTR, here's the big thing with NECTR. They are also sponsoring Ryan Greenspan and the Spick and Span show. I want to show them that we have a more supportive audience. So if you guys go and use the code, we're going to figure out something and kind of a way to give back to you guys for doing that and helping out, because I want to show the guys over at NECTR that we have a more powerful community from the sidelines. We have no audio issues. Alex Frazier likes us better. From
his mouth.
These are all facts that were spoken.
If you truly love us, go support for sure.
Go support. Well, it's one of those things. Those companies help us be able to not only make this content but make the other content around the brand. So it's one of those things. Like when Rain shows up to a paintball event, everyone's buying Rain the next couple of weeks. Paintball likes to help support their own companies, and yeah. So this is another way that you guys can do that and help support us at the same time. All right, I'll stop talking about all the business stuff.
Dude, I really thought you meant Rain like the weather ring.
Oh, REIGN, the product.
Yeah.
Like, I see what you mean there now. Yeah.
It was my laggy internet.
I was going to say, did it take you a moment, or did you just hear it 5 seconds after when I said it?
Fuck. We'll have you back
also, can I be honest? Can I be honest, guys? If you're watching the audio show, please go switch over to YouTube and watch the video show for a second, just to see that Jerry Caro calling in on his iPhone has a better quality camera than Brandon. All I'm gonna say. All I'm gonna say.
In his truck, bro. He was outside.
And this goes back to the supporting us stuff, because if you guys want to help Brandon get upgrades, you gotta show us a little support. So that's gonna be our next peer pressure. We peer pressured Hatch into getting a new mic, and he eventually did that. Peer pressured myself into getting a new mic. I'm saying it's peer pressure because we're making upgrades.
Dude, speaking of Brando peer pressured me into a roller coaster. So peer pressure is legitimately a fucking.
There's a lot of peer pressure around this podcast. Let's be right.
There's a good and bad. It's bad peer pressure when you offer fucking meth. Right, good peer pressure. Hey, let's conquer a fear of roller coasters. Right, that's good peer pressure.
I tuned out.
Nothing's off the table.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I tuned out for half a second, and I come back to offer you meth. What the fuck?
Yeah, peer pressure. Peer pressure can be good, but it can also be bad. Right?
Got you now.
Bad stuff like that, right, dude?
Don't take the meth. Don't do that.
Don't take the fucking meth, but ride the roller coasters.
Ride the roller.
Hey, my teammates are trying to get me to go to Six Flags. Same. Yeah, same, but different, right?
Wait.
You're trying to get me to go to Six Flags.
What? Discovery Kingdom?
I don't fucking know. Six Flags.
The one that's up in this area, or yeah, dude, I'm so down. Yeah, y'all better fucking invite me to that shit. Let's vlog it.
Dude.
That's Patreon content, bro.
I don't fucking know, bro.
Hatch, that is Patreon content, and you know it. Do you want to pay for your event for you to go there?
Would we even be allowed to film in there? Would we even be allowed to film in there? Phone?
Hatch, it's me. Gotcha. When it comes to guerrilla shooting, I can get shit done.
Be the fucking the phone and the pocket protector.
No, not that. But most places don't really care if you're filming things on your phone now, because they just assume and understand that everyone has it.
Everybody has a phone.
So no one really cares that bad. If I brought my like fucking whole rig in with a monitor and shit, they'd be like, sir, no.
Dude,
So yeah,
imagine you get like a prize, like a prize from like some fucking, I don't even know if there's games there or something.
Hmm.
It's like a bunny, but it's like a camera, but it's disguised as a bunny.
that'd be funny. Like have Brandon go in first, like go win a huge crocodile or something, and then like we like carve out parts of it to like put the camera in. This is a plan.
We have like a
we
whole
make it
roller
banned
like
from
baby.
Six Flags forever, but I'm in.
Dude, thing is, everybody was telling me how some of these rides are fucking crazy, and that
Dude,
like,
you gotta
feel
ride
the
Medusa,
fucking
bro.
G-force and shit.
Woo!
No,
That's my
bro.
favorite.
No,
That's my
which-
favorite.
Medusa's
which
so
one
much
did
It's
you-
fun.
so smooth.
Which
Oh,
one were you
so
telling me,
smooth.
man?
Medusa-
You were telling me one was like fucked.
Oh, Kong,
Oh,
No.
that yeah. Well,
the wooden coaster.
Yeah, Kong.
Yeah.
We would never go on
Oh,
Kong.
I love Kong because I like wooden coasters, but as someone who doesn't like
no.
coasters at all, I wouldn't bring Hatch there.
No,
like
that-
I understand.
That's not the
It's-
wooden one. That's not the wooden one.
Which one am I thinking of then?
Kong. The wooden one is I forget what it's called
Another
now.
superhero, right? It was superhero, right?
Yeah, they're all superhero. It's
Yeah.
like I think it's Joker. I think the wooden one's Joker now.
Oh,
but
they
Kong,
changed it.
no.
Okay.
Yeah, Kong's like your feet are dangling. It's not wooden.
Oh,
Like, God damn,
yep,
it
it's
gives
that
you a
one.
headache.
Dude, all right,
Yeah.
the feet dangling. That's a
Oh.
little much for
And
me.
then so what we could do, we could put a Hatch on V2. Do you know what they call that one now? Do you know which one I'm talking about? It goes over the
is that the
entrance.
Flash, yeah.
It's the Flash.
That's-
Okay.
That's one I don't want to ride.
That's the same. I
thought-
don't know if
thought
I
you said the
have.
one you didn't want to ride was Wonder Woman. I thought you were saying.
Oh no, fuck that one. I don't ever want to ride that one unless we're
Sounds
gonna
like
film
all
it.
these
Wait, is
rides
Wonder Woman the one,
Shit.
the huge
It's like the
swinging?
circle, the pendulum or whatever, going back and forth.
That sucks. No, the other one I don't do is the sky, like the swinging chairs that go up 1,000 feet in the air. I'm like,
I'm
nah,
always nervous
I'm
when I go on
good.
it.
Disneyland, bro. I like the teacups, bro. That's my shit. We go to Disneyland. So, you know,
Do they have
something about-
teacups? They may have
You like
teacups.
the Dumbo one?
Yeah, the Dumbo or the Alice in Wonderland where you're riding in the caterpillar or whatever.
Right.
That one's my shit.
It's a
dude.
good ride, bro. It's a fire ride.
You know, what's that?
Dude,
what's the other one? The
so
Matterhorn?
you've never been on like Big Thunder Mountain Railroad?
Oh, I've been on that one. That was cool. That's a ride though. That ain't
Yeah.
no roller coaster, bro.
It's like the roller coaster side of Disney. Like it's
Okay.
not. They don't have
I
anything.
would say it's more of a ride because the thing is, right? It's going just slow enough to where you can see the environment, right? You can see
Yeah.
the setups
No,
and everything
no.
like that.
Hatch, what I was saying, you're not totally wrong, but Disney doesn't really have any like insane coasters. I think they have like
Splash
one
Mountain,
or
bro, they
two.
got seatbelts on that
I
bitch.
will say
I hate that one.
Rocking Roller Coaster in Disney World, because I've been to that. Fucking, that's a dope ass coaster. Like there's inversions, all the shit. Like it's a good coaster. But I would say the parks that usually have coasters are like Universal and like Six Flags. Like that's where you'll see the like fucking holy shit. Like
Yeah,
that is
dude.
intimidating
I
to
don't know
look
if I want
at.
that. I don't know if I want that whole holy shit realization. You know,
Hatch. So all right.
I've seen enough.
When I was
bro.
when I was 12, my friends convinced me to go on Medusa. If you're not gonna do that as a 25-year-old man, then I just don't have hope for you.
Dude, can we just go to fucking Disneyland? That'd be fucking. I like Indiana Jones. I put my hands up on Pirates of the
Dude,
Caribbean.
You know why we can't go to Disneyland? Because the price difference between Magic or Discovery Kingdom and Disneyland is like $400 per person.
Fuck, dude. But goddamn, bro.
At Disney ain't cheap, bro. Dreams ain't.
No, it is not.
Dreams
bro.
aren't silver; they're gold.
Happiest place on earth, my ass, bro. Most expensive place on
Fuck
earth.
it. Hatch is gonna look at the prices and just be like,
Nope.
Yep, literally.
just hit it with that. Nope.
Yep.
You know, if we do go as a team to Six Flags, I'll ride the rides I don't want to ride.
That's the problem, dude. Is the fucking peer pressure is so
I could do
high
some,
that it's like,
but
dude, you
some
feel
I
it.
would stand there and I'd just be like, "Fuck you guys,
Oh.
nah." Like I'm not.
Except Superman. I will never ride Superman ever again.
Or sometimes,
care
bro,
how.
dude, I'll be the fucking bad bitch, the guy who's holding everybody's bags. You know,
That's a good
I'll be that
person.
guy.
Like that is kind of that's
Right?
helpful.
So every group needs that one. That could be me, I have
It
no
could be
shame.
Hatch.
right?
But Hatch, you're gonna ride some things.
Ugh.
Some things. And like, dude, there's things I won't ride. So I get it. Like I have limits too, but there are fun roller coasters.
Like Medusa.
Medusa's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
much fun. It's smooth. It's not like rickety or jaggedy.
It's the
Like it's
smoothest
just
one I've
a
ever been on.
fun ride. Like you catch some G's, you feel good. It's a
think
nice
one that
like big
traumatized
pull down,
me-
secure. You feel
it's not as-
safe.
It wasn't as fast as I remember it either. Like we went on, it was like do we have enough speed? Oh yeah, we do. Okay.
Yeah, we do.
Like,
Yeah.
It
does,
wasn't
like-
super fast.
I guess I don't know. My experience, I was younger, so it did seem kind of fast. But maybe if I went back now, I'd be like, oh, that's fine. But yeah, come on, dude, you got to do it. It'd be so much fun.
That's cool.
I'm scared, bro. I'm scared. I think what really traumatized me, bro, was like Splash Mountain at Disneyland. That one didn't have fucking seatbelts, and that's a pretty steep ass
Splash
drop,
Mountain traumatizes you?
dude. There's
Isn't
no
that just one
seatbelts.
drop?
No,
Yes.
There's two good ones.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
no, there's
Bro.
one drop and one like
Maybe I'm
5-foot
remembering it then.
entrance little dip
Maybe I'm
you do.
remembering it wrong then, but that one, dude, the no seatbelts one, and then the fact that it was like, yeah, a kid in the 90s got decapitated, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you know why? Because he stood up. There's a big
Dude,
difference between you
There's no
sitting
seatbelts.
down
What
and
if
someone's.
gravity fucking floats me up, dude. You know what I'm saying? They're catching up.
Hey,
Jeez, I
you know
don't
what's
weigh that
what's
much.
crazy is when you're going down a slope, the way gravity works is it pins you to that thing, so it usually pulls you down as well with it. That's kind of physics.
I think what's keeping me in there is my fucking iron grips on the little sidebars,
Nope.
dude.
Definitely not. Definitely not that.
God damn, dude. I could fucking,
Same.
I could
Same.
I could kill someone with an Indian burn with those grips. Not even gonna lie.
Dude, the iron grippers, bro.
Yeah, seriously. But anyway, let's get back to paintball for a little bit.
Nah, we can talk about roller coasters longer. It's a roller coaster podcast, right? At this point.
We're a ride podcast.
I do like how this is definitely the thing that I've found that makes you the most uncomfortable. Like there's not much that scares Hash.
But it's like, I just think it's the fact that it's like, dude, I have like no control at any point in that shit.
That's okay. It's okay
That's not fucking okay, dude. That's not fucking okay.
Hash, you're gonna be the motherfucker who's driving your wife around until you're goddamn 90 years old because I don't want her to drive. I don't trust it. I want to be in control.
Oh, I'm just talking about at that
It's the
point,
same
my
shit.
fate-
It's the same shit.
My fate is not in my hands.
Okay,
right?
your fate's not in your hands when you drive already. So like,
That's a valid point.
Or
Well,
what
let's
about
say-
when you fly?
That point, that's a little bit different though.
but Brandon makes an excellent point.
Dude, now
So
I gotta fucking look up how many people die on roller coasters compared to fucking plane crashes, bro.
it's gonna be less.
I mean, 9/11 got a stat boost, but that's not fucking fair,
9/11
dude.
got a stat boost. God, the 9/11 jokes, they always come out of nowhere. I'm never ready for them.
I'm sorry. No more of those. Those ones are bad. Those ones are a little bad.
Too soon.
They're edgy. I mean, YouTube doesn't flag us for them yet, but maybe if we just make too many, they'll be like, this is an alt-right podcast. Shut it down.
I mean,
It's all good
Alright,
because the CIA killed JFK. But moving on. So, get the stat for us. I do want to hear the stat
Alright,
on this. If you're looking it up,
Yeah, I am. So how many people died from? This is a fucking outdated just from Google.
I need up-to-date
1987.
stats.
This is what Google's telling me, bro.
1987. That's so long ago.
1987 to the year 2000, there were an
Oh, okay.
estimated 4.5 amusement ride related deaths per year. From 1990 to 2004, there were 52 with amusement park rides, 3.7 per year. But I low-key want to look at. No,
Okay,
that's not that bad.
Hatch, did you just hear what you just read aloud?
3.7
A year.
too many. 3.7 too many a year.
Motherfucker, you think you are that lucky?
Dude, I'm lucky
You're
enough to
not.
wake up in the
I'm
morning,
not
bro.
either. That's like hitting the lottery, getting struck by a bolt of lightning, and then also having a polar bear maul you all in the same day.
Well, I'm not in
No one helped me with that, 'cause that's honest.
No, I'm looking at the planes. I'm looking at the planes.
I'm
one.
sorry. Yeah.
I mean, okay, this is what happened. Both you guys can't look something up. Brandon's on a delay, so
Brando,
then
what the
he
fuck, Brando?
he does nothing. It's dead air, and then I can't just be monologuing the whole show.
Did you say bears on cocaine?
Bears on cocaine. You guys did go see that
Bears on
movie.
Cocaine.
Did we ever talk about that on the show?
I actually fucking love that
Did
movie.
we? I don't
You
know.
guys made a
I think we
whole
talked about it,
like
a
trip
little bit.
outing.
Yeah, we did as like a team with the last layout of the Florida, or the last day of the Florida, or no, it's the Saturday of the Florida
Mhm.
practice.
Yeah, yeah.
We were like, you know what? Let's take an adventure to the movies, right? And we all
Let's
went
go
to the
down
movies.
to the movie.
We went to a good old fashioned Mexican taqueria. Got completely food comaed going to the movies.
Oh,
Cocaine
Comatose.
Bear. Nobody was really expecting that movie to be what it was, so I actually already saw it before them,
What the fuck,
You
Ash?
saw a
I was
movie?
double dipping.
You saw it
Yeah,
twice?
I didn't want to
Ooh.
fucking say anything, but I'm gonna say it now because I just want
That's
to get ahead of the
crazy because I
want it
remember
off my
everyone being
chest.
like, "Yeah,
I
let's
want it
go
off my
see it."
chest. But no one else knew. I act surprised as fuck. I was like this. I was like, oh my god, like so freaking.
Oh my god!
Right? So, yeah, I thought that movie was pretty funny. It was like just enough. It was like, fuck, what are those movies? Like Piranha, you know?
Yeah, those
Fucking
like kind of cheesy horror movies.
Snakes on a plane,
Snakes,
you know? Shit
snakes
like
on
that,
a goddamn plane.
right? He's tired of these fucking bears on these motherfucking cocaines, you know?
I feel it.
So it was kind of like those movies.
Yeah. Hey, Hatch, quick question, bro. Because I've seen it a couple times tonight. Did you get shot on the bicep? On your right bicep?
Yeah.
That shot?
Yeah.
Damn. Yo, people, if you're listening to audio, go check this out. Hatch looks like he has a freaking third arm growing.
Now you should see the other guy.
I feel like, yeah, well, that's true. Because it is you, Hatch. So you probably gave him 48 for that.
Nah.
Good amount of retaliation.
Nah. I'm pretty sure this
Dude.
one actually, no joke, came off of a fucking weird ass bounce shot.
Those are the. That's weird that it like bruises so much. Like paintball is weird like that. Like, did that one even hurt the most? Like out of all that day?
Nah.
Yeah, and for
Nah.
some reason that's the one that just has a huge ass bruise.
Yeah. Maybe I just have like an iron deficiency. Maybe I just need to get some more iron in my diet.
I also just realized it could have just been the, MILF that ravages you. So that could also be a whole thing.
Okay.
It's the hair, dude. I'm telling you, you're the MILF hunter. Okay, it's your name. Get over it.
Hey, dude. Sova style, dude.
Sova style. I am the hunter.
what I'm saying?
Yep. Out here, binoculars. Where are they?
Yeah. I gotta get to a building for peak view. You know what I'm saying?
Peak view.
Clovis is a different fucking area, bro. This is a different area.
Is it type of place where like the 110-story building is you can see everywhere around? Like,
I don't even think we have a fucking 10-story.
not even that tall. Yeah, that's a pretty small
No.
city then. Well, fucking.
It's like a small town.
That's reminding me of. There's always been that like joke I've heard on the internet that's like, what would Spider-Man do if he was in like the middle of Iowa? And I always thought that was a good ass point. Like,
He'd have crazy ass biceps from like fucking launching from the fucking. both
I
sides.
guess, but
Some
like
shit.
that's all
Yeah,
he's
crazy
got
ass
for
biceps.
movement. Like, how is he gonna be swinging on shit? I
That's
don't
not
know.
a point. Like, I don't think any other city he would really thrive in.
I
Maybe
mean,
Texas.
maybe San Francisco or like other
Well, San Francisco.
populated urban cities, but like not even LA because like it's so spread
No
out.
way, not LA.
Yeah. He's a very isolated hero. He can only help a very certain section of the world.
Dude, think about it, dude. Batman's pretty isolated. That motherfucker only does Gotham.
Yeah, that is true. He let a lot of people die in a lot of other places.
That's not his problem, dude. Just like reffing, bro. That ain't my zone.
Look, bro, that's Superman shit, all right? I have Gotham. That is me,
Right.
okay?
Yeah, Superman. That motherfucker can fly. He can have everywhere else.
He's got laser beams. He's impenetrable. He's invisible. He can run at super speed. There's nothing he can't do. So fuck it. Let him have all
Batman's
that.
just an orphan with money, but the smartest orphan with money. That's without a doubt.
But he also has a determination,
Without a doubt.
the willpower
Superpower.
to bring back
Dude,
his
dude.
great city.
I mean, I low-key think that Batman's probably the strongest member of the Justice League. That's probably a hot take, but
Oh, how did we get
That's
to
not a hot
Justice
take.
League?
I don't think that's hot take at all.
You ever
I
just
mean,
like
I think one
wake up from a coma and realize like where are we? How did this happen?
dude. I bet like legitimately, if you like went to a coma in like the 80s, like prime comic book, and you came out like now seeing like Endgame and shit, dude, you must be living a fucking good life because there was no gap.
You didn't need to be in I see what you're saying.
Comic
mean,
book
but
style, you know,
dude, there
No one
are a
did.
lot of like older guys and shit who like the Avengers shit because that's like what they grew up reading as kids.
Mhm. So that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. So it's like, because obviously there was like a gap of like what's the superhero movies really started in like what the 2000s,
2007 was when Iron Man came out.
Or
but even like Spider-Man, that came out like what, not 2001.
Yeah, but
obviously that wasn't like meant to be in that
I
area
consider
at
the
at that
start
time.
of the superhero era
Iron
2007
Man.
because that was like when the MCU started. But you are right. Like, yeah, there was Spider-Man. I think there was one Christopher Nolan movie already out, maybe
Oh,
two.
and the fucking Hulk. The Hulk.
the whole
We don't
Spider-Man.
we don't talk about that movie. The Incredible Hulk is
I thought that movie was
Ooh.
kind of cool with like those rabid dog looking, the mutated dogs. I thought that was kind
what
of cool.
the fuck? No, that movie is Yeah, it's not great.
I'm looking at it through my kid eyes, you know.
See, but that's the problem. If you look at everything through like nostalgia, you never understand that it's really not that great. Like, because I've done that recently. I've gone back and watched things.
You want to know one thing that is a perfect argument for that?
What?
Resident Evil 4 remastered, bro. Dude, that shit is next level. I legitimately feel like I'm playing the game when I was a kid, like through like the kid filter, right? Where it's
counter
like, what it did look like.
Counter argument to your argument. That was a game that was remastered to look modern. But like, if you went back and played RE4 now after playing that, you'd be like, "Holy shit, this is a piece of shit." Like, it's fun. You'd probably still have fun and enjoy it.
I disagree because that game is so good.
No. But do you get what I'm saying? Like, looking at it objectively, now that you've seen the better one, you'd be like, "Doesn't look as good."
I agree, but there's like little.
You could still have fun in it. The gameplay could still be
shit where
good.
It's like some old school glitches, right? Where you're like,
oh
this
yeah,
is like what made this shit good.
I think of that, like, I went back and I started emulating a couple games recently that like I used to play all the time back in the day. Holy shit. Like, games really did look bad, bro. Like, and it didn't appear that bad because the monitor technology we had back then wasn't as good either. So like, you couldn't tell.
30 frames is like, what the fuck?
Dude, not even for 30 frames, like, because it's not the smoothness, it's just like when you see the image the way it should look on like a nice HD monitor versus the way you remember it looking in your head. And a big part of that is because you're seeing it on like an old shitty CRT monitor, and like it kind of helps, you know, because it's not as high quality, so it kind of helps block some of that like kind of pixelness and like graininess and just shittiness that older games had in them. But yeah, dude, stuff looks weird when you like go back and like look at it after you haven't in a while.
Yeah, like YouTube videos. I forgot what video I showed, but I showed Michelle one, not some old YouTube video that I used to watch, like a little clip or something. And yeah, it looked bad in like 480. I don't know. I knew what the video was about, and
was
I
it
couldn't
a
tell
full-grown man barking with a dog collar on?
I should show her that, huh?
Not gonna lie, I rewatched that video. I found a piece of my childhood like 2 days ago on YouTube recommended.
What the fuck?
Is this dude me and Brandon have watched? I think we've kind of talked about him in roundabout ways on the show, but Woody's Gamertag, one of his most popular and viral videos ever, he put his dog's shock collar on and started barking. It's fucking hilarious. But it also, like, now when you look back at it, you're like, wow, content sucked. Like,
Just a different time.
this was amazing. This was a 10 million view video. Like, what the fuck?
So
I miss
simple.
some of those old school videos. Sometimes I'll like go back and watch like
dude, give me some fucking
like,
chocolate rain.
Oh, okay. So let
Some
me
stay dry,
Wanna
but
hear some of
others
my
feel
shit?
the pain.
Chocolate rain. Right?
I'm moving away to breathe.
So fuck, what was I just gonna say? Damn it.
A couple of your like favorite old school YouTube videos, I think.
Thank you. So this is like whenever I'm playing a game, and obviously like it'll be like late at night, I'll be like by myself, right? No one's really on. I'll slap a video on my left monitor, and it will be Syndicate. I don't know if you guys already know that YouTuber from back in the day. I will play
1v1 on
like,
Bog.
Okay, I do remember. I actually do remember that one, but I will watch his,
So you know some of what like the podcasts are talking about and stuff is. That's some of the history
kind
of that show. Then yeah, that's funny.
I know. Like I remember, I would watch his like Lonely Island Minecraft. Right?
Yeah.
Oh
like,
yeah, like Sky
dude,
Factory shit, right? Where it's like you start on one block.
Well, this one it was like he would start on an island, and the only thing that was on the island were 2 cows, grass, and 1 tree, and that was fucking it. And he had to, like, oh man, that's so nostalgic for me.
Fucking, you just hit me with like a wave of like shit I watched back in like middle school.
Like,
Cause yeah, that's
We're all around that same age.
That
like,
and fucking Captain Sparkles, bro.
Captain's fucking Sparkles.
Do you know what? You know what his original name was?
No,
it was a great name.
It was an amazing name, but he had to change it for his brand. His original name was Pros Don't Talk Shit. His original YouTube name was that, and then he's like, "All right, I'm gonna be Captain Sparkles and make a whole bunch of Minecraft
like,
content and make money."
Don't some YouTubers have to like keep like the same URL? Right.
This was. I probably just made a new channel. This was 2011.
Okay,
this was a long time ago, but yeah. No, dude. Early days YouTube. That I mean, I definitely I get the vibes that Brandon was living in that Call of Duty machinima content community as I was too.
Dude.
But
I don't know
Fuck
if you
yeah,
guys
man.
ever watched like this one, one of my favorite machinima videos of all time, dude. Fucking
should I get the
Gears of Halo
machinima logo sound
705,
effect as
bro.
like a sample thing?
Yeah,
That's a pretty good one. Because those who know.
dude, man, all that fucking scandal with machinima, dude. It's so crazy how now we're so old and it's like, oh, that shit would never happen if I was there. And then it's like, oh damn, dude.
Yes, it
Because
would.
obviously we all wanted to be like one of those people when we were
Well,
kids. Like, dude, I'd
let's
love
be
to
real.
be in these Halo videos.
Machinima's problem was the amount of cocaine use that went through their office. Let's just be fully upfront.
Yeah.
That's been talked about a lot now after the fact. And also the fact that a majority of the contracts they wrote were really fucking just
So
shitty
bro,
and
just
stupid.
so
Yeah.
bad, bro.
Yeah.
When
So
they would get like all of their money.
well, that, but also like, yeah, that whole business fell apart. Like CPMs, like I don't have to be a part of one to like get, you know, monetization and stuff. But like back in those days, you had to.
Yeah,
Like
you
you
really
couldn't
did.
get AdSense money on your own. There was no way to go through that. So yeah, no, it's crazy. All those dudes, they spent relentless hours figuring this shit out, and now we're we're kind of following that path, but just with our own lovely sport of paintball. But real quick, Brandon, was that you that had like a big old rolling noise?
Yeah,
I saw you look
I think it
around.
was
I
in
was
the
like,
next
what was
room.
that? Okay.
yeah. I thought
wanna-
it was
okay.
in here, but I think it was the next room.
All right. Yeah. Is
Huh?
someone in your
I don't
home?
Rolling.
Are we about to see an
Is it?
unalive live on the show? I mean, he's fucked if he is now. I swear to God, if
Yeah,
Michelle
yeah,
just
yeah,
opened
yeah.
that door and you're just pointing your marker at her, that would be a long conversation tonight.
So, Seth,
Get out.
Is Michelle coming out to practice this weekend or what?
Yeah.
Nice.
She'll be there.
Oh,
She'll
yeah.
be there with us. She's coming to the sleepover.
Let's fucking go,
The
dude. Party at
sleepover.
Mama's. Yeah, we're having
The
a party at
sleepover.
Mama's this weekend.
Nice.
So
Hell
The
yeah.
problem, I would love to come. The only problem is it's literally a farther drive. Like I
Literally
live
is.
closer, so
Yeah,
it's like
for me
I'm
too.
just gonna I'm
yeah,
just
same
gonna
thing
stay
with,
here.
Same thing with Logan, right? It's just you know, the different ambiance of having Cedar as your host. It's like how would I explain it?
Well, and usually his friend Tim shows up, so that always helps.
Yeah, when Tim shows up and that guy plays so many funny games in the backyard. And then we got
Everyone-
Nelly, the fucking dog of 1,000 talents.
Dude,
That fucking dog.
the dog of dead soulless eyes.
I think
Cedar,
I think that dog
can
is
I say-
amazing.
Can I say, I've said that on the podcast before. We've talked about Cedar's dead dog. He's talked to me in person about it now. He still claims they're not dead and soulless, but man, you look into that dog's eyes and tell me there's a lot going on behind him.
I think that it's like
Just saying.
the thoughts are like, all right, breathe in, left, right, breathe out.
Pretty much.
Stuff like that, right?
It's life
Oh,
support
all right.
emergency shit. And I'm
It's like,
not
wow,
saying because
shiny
it's a
purple
dumb
ball on the
dog,
ground.
but isn't it like 12 years old at this point? Like it's
I'm not too sure. But I
okay.
think, dude, that dog.
She's getting old, so I think like yeah, it's not
that
it's
dog
sad,
is
but
funny as hell, dude. That dog is funny as hell.
She's sweet
she is. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's not a bad girl. But
Definitely was helped me celebrate my
in her own
birthday.
world.
oh, and then can we talk about? We've never mentioned this on the show, but speaking of Cedar and dogs, what's the name of your dog, Brandon? I forget it right now. Dova something.
Dova. Yeah.
Oh, just Dova. Okay. Dova would let everyone pet him but Cedar. That was funny as fuck.
Nah, Dova does not let me pet him.
Well,
Hell no.
So there was this moment where we were all over there, and Cedar's the only one doing the like proper a dog thing where you kind of like just let them smell you and then like get comfortable with you, and then you can go and start petting them. And everyone else is just like, "What's up, buddy? Hi, Dova." And he's just, "Okay, this is happening." Meanwhile, Cedar's standing there like,
Not even looking at him. Like,
Whenever
okay,
you're ready.
hey, buddy.
"Come on,
Yeah,
dude,
you come to me. You come to me.
me and
We're all in
you."
a circle. Yeah.
It was fucking hilarious.
When I make eye contact with your dog, Brando, I don't know what the fuck to think. I don't know if I should be like weirded out. Like, is this dog gonna fucking attack me because it's like so nervous, or is it like just so shy that it's just
Or is it gonna
like,
shit? Like it's one
I
of the
think-
two.
Yeah. If I take another step, is it gonna shit itself?
I think you should just take a quick step towards him and reach your hand out to pet him
No
really
fucking
quick.
thank you, bro. No fucking thank you, bro.
He growled at Pat.
You should make
Yeah.
very sudden and quick movements. Be very sharp with it, very fast.
Dude, the fucking chim style. That's what chim does, bro.
Yeah, he calls him lunch or dinner. Some
Yeah,
shit.
dude, our
Fucker.
fucking coach.
God,
Motherfucker.
Dog like crazy, bro. But I want to bring my dog out, but it's such a long drive, and I would hate for my dog to be in the car for that fucking long, and then she doesn't have my attention. I don't want to tie her up to a fucking pole.
How's Callie been?
bad.
She hasn't been on the show in a minute. What are you doing, Callie? It's dark in the background. Hey,
Sorry.
Callie. Trying to
She
yell at
just
her
like,
through your headphones,
yell louder. Yell louder.
No, I don't think that works. Oh, there she is. Hey, there she is. Good doggo.
What up, Callie?
But yeah, one thing we have yet to talk about on the show is your guys' layout or non-layout weekend practice. So the one, what would that be?
This past weekend?
Last weekend, yeah, but
the one where
the
one where Hatch couldn't fucking miss. Just everyone he saw was paint on that motherfucker.
They were
just shooting him.
He was inspired by Cole, man.
Yeah, literally, dude. Like, when we've been Chim's kind of trying to put me more in that like leadership role on the team, right? Because since Brando's not going right, I have a big role to fill, right? So he's really helping me with that quarterback style of game, breaking the game open, right? Making sure that everybody's on the same page. I've been really practicing hard at that. That shit's hard as hell. But this past weekend, it was like really, really eye-opening because there were times where it's like the game at least obviously we're still on like the same layout, right, from last event, right? Obviously, right?
I mean, and that doesn't,
and that game was slow as hell, bro. That layout was slow, right? And we're really trying to figure it out because we had so many problems with the slow game, right? And like breaking it open.
I guess haven't you guys? I think you just said right there, but did you guys maybe want to switch up the field? Maybe try a different pace of things before we see what this layout's going to be, or
one of this field. Yeah. We switched up the other field, but then the other teams were playing it, but we had like a private practice on the other one, right?
Oh, I see. Okay, so you built a new field for the randos. Nice.
Yeah.
Good guy things.
Right.
Nice.
And so it was us, the D3 DMG team, the girls, the female like second string team, right?
Carbon, right?
Carbon, yeah.
Carbon, yeah. Right. The only reason I remember that is because it's like a science thing that has to do with diamonds, I think.
Carbon makes a diamond in the fucking center of a fucking volcano or some shit, something like that, right?
Heat pressure, baby.
Yep.
I don't know, some shit.
And right, so realistically it was to help out some of the D3 team because right, some of Ty Maldonado, he was like, man, we're getting fucking shit on. It's like, no, you guys aren't getting fucking shit on. You guys are learning, right? Because at least from my perspective, Brando, tell me if I'm wrong. This past weekend for them was probably like the best practice where we could visually see the difference over the course of the day, right?
You could see the learning and improvement happen,
right?
Yeah.
We would make a move, right? That would like blow the game open, right? And then they would be like, okay, how do we not let that happen again, right? And then we would have to do it a different way. Right, we would still have it, right? Because at that point, that's just experience, right? Our experience is a little bit more than theirs, right? And that's also what we're practicing, right? Is like breaking the game open, right? So when you're constantly aware of like, okay, this is how we got to do it. This is who's trying to set it up. Blah 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 blah. Right? Step 1 to 5, right? It's like step 1, breakout. Step 2, right? Like basically get a kill.
Step 2, kill. Step 3, profit.
Basically, right? Step 4, sobriety. Step 5.
Wait, whoa.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, do we need to host an intervention on the show right now for you, Hatch? Is that what you're telling us?
I'm addicted to love, bro.
I'm addicted to the game, bro.
I really am, dude. Paintball, that is like the most addicting thing. And the thing is, what's really addicting to me is like getting like better and better and better, right? Because there were some points where it was like when we were doing like 2-on-2s and stuff like that, where it was like Brando said, there were times where I just felt like I just was not fucking missing, right? Like my balls were wherever I was anticipating, somebody was coming out.
Your balls were on their face.
Yeah.
Just everywhere.
All day.
Right?
Multiple times a day.
Right. And the thing is, it feels good, obviously, because
Not even a
like,
fucking chuckle. All right, I get it.
No, the thing is, Ryan, you're a fucker, dude.
I'm trying to fucking run a show here. I'm sorry.
I wish you were there, Ryan. I wish you were fucking there, so you were there.
Yeah, I will be there this week. I'm trying to sell a car. I'm sorry.
Nice.
I need to get that taken care of before.
Well,
That's a little big boy life thing. But
I think we have the Iron Men coming out. I think we have the
Iron Goobers
coming out. Yeah, the Iron Goobs.
Yeah, that's what we're calling them. They're not the Iron Men. They're the Iron Goobers.
I hope that's actually the Iron Men and not just Dylan and Jabo, right? Obviously, those are great guys to play against. But
I'm gonna
like.
It should be the whole team.
It should be, right? Like, it's so. Layout. Wouldn't they just have them go down to San Diego then? If they...
Right?
Yeah.
And... Right? That's what I'm thinking, is why would they not play down in San Diego? Because don't they have, like, an agreement with, like, they have their own private field and stuff like that?
Maybe they just couldn't get a team to go down there, because I mean, the other San Diego-based team, Dynasty, is going to St. Louis. There'll also be 2 other teams there. If there's 2 teams here, I'm guessing Florida teams are playing together, Texas teams are playing together. So it's like... It kind of leaves them out by themselves almost.
And like South Florida that have like pretty big practices, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like I don't know, I know like CFP is more of the damage guys, and then like Tiki's has the Kings guys down there.
Kings, Russian Legion.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, dude, paintball spread out all over the country. That's what we were talking with Jerry about earlier. Like half his team lives in 6 different states.
And look at like Texas, right? There's PB Fit, and then there's X Factor Paintball Park, right?
Yeah. Well, X Factor's. I mean, that's a historical field in the game. It's been there for, I mean, longer than Capital Edge at this point, I think.
Damn, I wonder if that's. I wonder what the actual facts are on that.
Well, you can look that up, Patch. I'm not the lookup guy. I'm the audio, the sound mixing, the sampler effects. I'm all that stuff guy. This is what I refuse. I'm not going to be the Googler. And we can't have Brando be the Googler because he's delayed 30 and a half seconds.
But talking about like how Jerry and I like the question that Hatch brought up about the different play styles between East Coast, West Coast, and Midwest and stuff. And that's something I've heard about growing up. Again, with my dad, West Coast, Iron Man, and
with my dad,
and Aftershock, and just how different their play styles were, and hearing the old guys talk about why seemed more of a like the layout or. Yeah, just how the woods were in their respective areas,
Yeah. Well, because back then,
it was a lot more wide open. You can't make these aggressive moves. It's just so it was just sitting back on your gun.
Well, and it's funny because like the fact you pointed that out is exactly what it is. Dynasty, those kids grew up on Bear Island where it was bushes and thickets, but it wasn't like dense trees, so they had to learn how to deal with open ground and kind of moving through that more than the guys who are over in like North Carolina. Like that's a super dense and just thickly wooded, like you're shooting your way through, you're not necessarily running your way through.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's just funny that even back then it translates to now. It's the same layout. We're all gonna come Wednesday. We're all gonna be playing on the same layout throughout the whole country, and the play styles are still
gonna be completely different. Yeah.
Yeah. Depending on your demographic. It's interesting.
Well, so it is kind of funny when you talk about that, because that, I think the big reason why is you had these teams and these guys who kind of set those areas up 20 years ago, and it's kind of been like following in that path. That reminded me, fucking Neil Evertley, one of the guys who's in Heroes for a Day, he was on that excessive roster during the time. He was just at Seaple the other weekend. Like no one knew who this motherfucker was, and it was just blowing my mind that like one of our like great historical figures, like not all that amazing. Obviously, there's other guys on that team that did more for the sport, but he played on that team. He was there. He was in Heroes for a Day. Like he's a guy who left his legacy on the game, and yeah, it was just funny to me that I was like, oh, cool.
Wow.
I couldn't find how old X Factor was. I couldn't find.
Damn. All right. Well, Hatch failed. Our Googler of the week has failed.
The thing is, right?
Oh, I need like a wah-wah trombone. I don't have that yet.
Someone from that plays X Factor messaged me. I would love to know how old X Factor Paintball Park is, so then we can get this record set straight.
That would be fire. Capital Edge is 16
like 14,
this year,
right?
Was 15 last year, or was 14?
I think 14 was last year, right?
I think you're off a year. Because I remember when I was doing the interviews for DMG, they were wearing 14-year anniversary shirts, and that would have been 2021 already.
I'm gonna look this one up.
I think.
Oh my God, this is
they
this
turned
is
14. No, I'm doing math. Yeah. Yeah, 14th. Yeah, because I went to the 13th one, 13th year, 14th. Yeah, we're on the 15th year.
So
this
will be the 16th, or this will be the 15th?
Will be the 15th. Yeah.
Oh,
this will be
okay.
the 15th.
Because I was like, I'm pretty sure that.
How did I get thrown off like that then?
A really big one for like the 15-year anniversary, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe we'll do something.
I think the thing is, as crazy as the anniversary is right after Cup, so it's like fly back from Cup. I'm like fucking shitty from like flying, right? And if we lose, then you're extra salty, right?
Maybe
like,
we
let's go play some paintball.
Maybe we could pick up some of the disposing paintballs so the field doesn't smell like shit all the time. I would love that. It's been a rough theme recently. I don't know about you guys, but I know when you get out of your car first thing in the morning, you smell that.
I think that's because legitimately it
smells like victory.
Is it the rain too?
I think the rain obviously.
There's got to be something we could do, because holy crap, the last couple times I've been out there, man, it smells like you're at a what's that, like a feed house, something, I don't know, like not a butcher place, not a slaughterhouse, but like the same place,
honestly.
But yeah, I don't know, place where cow shit. That's kind of what I was trying to find out. Now you do go nose blind to it after like 30 minutes, so it's not that bad.
I'm like 5 seconds right out of my car. I'm like, yes. I'm like,
so Hatch like just paintball. Doesn't have good smells. Okay.
Yep. I'm like, yes, paintball.
No, the smell of paintball, I feel like, is just THC. That's kind of what has been associated with my brain.
THC and fish oil.
Dude, just go to the divisional pits. If you're wondering why I'm saying that, just go to the divisional sides of an NXL and see why I just said the sentence I did.
People that are crazy about it, and I'm like, bruh.
And like, no hate, I get it. People want to smoke,
bruh.
but like, maybe not in the pits. That's always been my thing. Like, maybe not right next to where everyone is playing.
I would hate to be that fucking guy that says something, right? Because it's like, obviously they're just trying to have some like a good weekend, some fun. But it's like,
yeah, I think it's just one of those things though. Like, people don't realize that's probably not helpful for our sport. Like, it's just the visual of it. Like, just having dudes openly doing that in pits. Like, I think Vince made a good point about this. He's like, because that's the way I am too. Like, I really
Vince?
do not.
Is that the guy from Let's Talk Paintball?
Let's Talk Paintball. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I really don't care. Like, smoke, I don't give a fuck. But like, just, you're doing it in the NXL official areas, it makes it look like the NXL is like condoning that, and it's just one of those like legal business things that just doesn't look good. So like, go out to your car, go out to the parking lot. Like, I get it. It sucks. You gotta take some extra steps, but yeah,
It's like people don't like. At least I don't. I mean, I don't know how NFL games are, right? I don't go to NFL games.
That's true. People aren't lighting up on the sidelines. Like,
yeah, right. There's no way people are lighting up like right in the stands, right?
Yeah, I mean, maybe you'll have someone who smuggled a pen in or something, but I don't. Yeah, like no one's just lighting a blunt up. Like, let's go Chiefs. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. That really does make a bad light for the sport, especially when it's like people are really trying to have like fun, because there's like so many kids around, and it's like
yeah, well, especially we literally have a kids division now, so it's like there are gonna be kids at events.
And there were times where at Cup, Brando, when we had that long ass game, since we lost today, we had to actually play like the next
Sunday's games on
Sunday's games the same day
on Saturday,
right? Literally, there's like, it's like divisional pits, kids pits and like the field that we play on, right?
Mm.
And there are people we're just chilling like in this like little shaded area, bro. People are smoking and it's like right next to all these fucking kids, and I'm like, bruh. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, we're laying down in between two pits, and they're in one pit. They're on one side of us, and the kids are on the other. Yeah. Oh, it was, all right.
Well,
We're doing this.
There's that Kevin Hart joke of when he hired like a child entertainer to come over to his house as SpongeBob. And he was like smoking cigs and like in front of the kids. And he's like, just don't breathe it in the face. Like, give them some chance to breathe. Like. I get, hey, you're stressed out. I get it. All right. Like, it's chill, but
some people are like, oh, it makes you play better.
Right.
And hey, you know what? If it does, bro, then walk your ass to your car 15 minutes before and go do it out there and then come back in, do whatever you got to do. Like, that's the thing. I really don't give a shit.
PSA right here.
But just not in the pits. Like, maybe also, but don't, you want to do other drugs there. Like, I don't know, like if you honestly had
fucking meth in the pits, could you fucking imagine?
Fucking dudes lining up coke lines like that, wouldn't it be chill? Like,
I wonder, like, I would be like, dude, that guy's smoking fucking meth. What the fuck?
He's going for that Germany Hitler Blitzkrieg style. He's coming at you.
Shit. Like, dude, I swear I didn't feel these hits.
I didn't. No, he didn't. I'm gonna tell you for a fact, he didn't.
But he's like. The ref's like, but bro, there's 40 of them on you. It's like, what?
What? I don't even know.
Yeah, I had no idea. Like, sir, you can't even see out of your mask.
Gets to his primary, slides, and just goes through the motherfucker. Literally pops the bunker.
Fuck what that? Okay, the World Cup last
year. Paintball players
like,
on meth.
The fake W, where it was like the off-brand W. You know what
I'm talking about? Yeah.
And the guy fucking ran through the crack and got fucking clotheslined.
Oh my god, that was insane.
Was so fucking funny.
I took a video of Zach doing that as a joke, and this motherfucker thought it was like real advice.
Yeah, and dude, and if I recall, they were
going anywhere with this, or
no? If I recall. I forgot who it was. Either the guy on the ground or the guy above him was like blasting the fuck out of him. And I was like, God damn, I would have started blasting back, bro. Make it at least look
blast
bang,
me,
bang.
I blast you. We're all getting blasted.
Bang, bang. Right? Someone's got to do it.
Hatch, you're literally that DeVito meme. You're just like, so anyways, I started blasting.
Yeah, like that is me. That literally is me. Right? Especially when it's like, I see my teammates just kind of walking in the middle of the field, like intermittent point, and I'm like, all right, who can I fucking snipe right now?
Yo, speaking of teammates walking through the field, shout out Matt. He released his video from the first episode of the year. So Matt the Gym Rat, if you guys want to go check that out, it's on his YouTube channel. But there is a funny ass clip of it when during one of their games, he gets out to his primary and his center dude like gets hit or like, I don't know what happens, but Matt literally pulls his gun, puts 4 in this motherfucker, and he's like, get out, get out. You can see the ref coming to get him. Yep.
Damn, okay.
So yeah, no, his center player was like trying to act dirty, and just you see this satisfying stream and you're like, oh well, sorry bro, that's how it goes. We talked about that in literally one of our first episodes. Why would you shoot your teammate in the back?
It's a PSA, dude. The AK
and
special.
That's one of the times you would if you think they're gonna cheat.
Dude, yeah. First time I got shot on purpose by a teammate, it surprised the hell out of me. It made sense afterwards. We got out. It was under a minute. I got hit. It's one of those loader hits that you don't know. You don't see it. You don't feel it. You don't see it.
It's like the tip of the nose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like
yeah.
And top by the speed feed.
Yeah. Yeah. It gets hit, and the ref on the side calls me hit. I don't react. I didn't hear it. And I take 5 or 6 to the back. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I turn around. He's like,
I'm no longer playing. All right.
Whatever. Fuck.
It's like, I love you so much for you not to get us a penalty.
I don't want you to fuck up your penalty record right now, brother.
It's like you're not that guy, pal.
You're not that guy.
You're not that guy, right?
Meanwhile, your back player's got like 3 hits he's already wiped off at points during the match, but
the thing is, right, when we shoot Brando like that, then I'm like, all right, I'm that guy, pal. I'm that guy. Right? I gotta follow it up. Right.
I am that guy.
There are times where, sometimes you just gotta shoot your teammates in the back. It happens.
Yeah. No, it is what it is. You gotta do it.
Really fucking good at it.
Cedar's really good.
Cedar's really fucking good at shooting me in the back.
Cedar's also one of the
Actually,
few
it's the other way
players.
around now that I think about it.
Okay. Cedar's one of the few players I've seen to actually play an NXL point without a marker. I can't believe we didn't talk to him about that when he was on the show. We'll have to bring that up at some point. But
I feel like we low-key did.
Maybe we did. Maybe we brought up the clip, but
yeah,
it's just such a good clip.
Like,
if you guys haven't seen it, it's amazing, dude. He just literally what we were saying with Jerry, you know, like leaving pods. He did that essentially. He just waited until after the, you know, point was going and then just went around, dumped pods to different guys.
He said payload dropped while running to the snake.
He saw some red smoke, bro. He was coming in.
Someone was on a kill streak and Cedar let him know.
Yeah, freaking fucking Micah had like a 4K that round, so he was calling it his care package.
I remember also Billy Bernacchi also did that, where he also didn't have a marker. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
Right. Not as memorable as Cedars. Not as memorable as Cedars.
Well, that's because it's our boy.
My boy. That's my papa right there. Right. Shout out to Cedar. I know you're listening. I love you.
So I went back. I'm gonna give away a little secret for you guys. If you don't know, the Short Bus is on YouTube. Pretty much all the episodes they ever made are on YouTube. So go look that up if you're out there and you haven't seen the Short Bus. But I was watching through the Short Bus. The amount of times dudes would lose their masks like midpoint back in the day was insane.
Like, must be really saving us then.
I think they do, because like it was a couple clips an episode of like a dude, you know. Not they weren't always bad, but like a couple of them, it was like, damn, man, you almost lost your eyes. What the fuck?
Yeah, like the thing is, I think now the only time where masks actually fall off is where it's like the strap comes like forward off the head, and the mask like just like drops like forward.
And that's also why we have the little, if you ever see in the back of your mask, there's a little like silicone weave that goes through the back on there, and that's to help kind of add some of that grip, so it's not just like a rubber thing that can slide off super easily.
That's why I like to do. I like to double strap. I don't know if you guys noticed. I use two straps.
I know you double strap.
That makes it extra tight. You know, sometimes I get a little headache after playing all fucking day. It's so goddamn tight. But
I feel it. But hey, if you're gonna go stab, you want your eyes. So I kind of get that. You know, like fuck it, let's buckle up for safety here.
Yep. So you know, it's you or them, dude, and it does definitely add some cushion, I guess, when I'm getting shot in the head.
So. Speaking of, this is reminding me, because a little bit of mask talk. On a Facebook buy, sell, and trade the other day, I saw maybe the best post I've ever seen. This motherfucker had a set of angel eyes, and his post was, "What are these? Are they valuable?" And every comment was like, "Bruh." So like I don't know. Wait, was it
like an actual picture, or was it?
No,
like
it was an actual pair of angel eyes. No, it was an actual pair of angel eyes. They made those goggles. They made thousands of them, and then they failed testing, and then that company went out of business.
Oh damn!
Because they couldn't sell them. They had all this product that they spent time developing, and then the ATSM, I think that's what it is. The standard that all paintball masks go through, they failed that because they would just crack because of the way the lens was designed. Angel eyes are crazy. If you're new to the game and you haven't seen them, stop or keep listening to the show, but go open up a Google page and look up the angel eyes right now.
They still look futuristic.
They're still tight as fuck.
That's like you know how I wear the
I was gonna say
visor for Master Chief.
Yeah, that's like being an elite
mask, bro. Yeah, that's like being another fucking arbiter. That's the other side of campaign.
I knew you were gonna go there. Like,
literally, dude, that's the leader of the Covenant forces for sure.
They look good. Honestly, they kind of look good.
I remember when I was a kid, I was like, God damn, this shit looks sick. How do I get those? And then nothing ever came of it.
Yeah, because you probably would have lost an eye if those had been shipped out to millions of people.
Oh, for sure. You know, I remember there was this clip. It was on like, I'm pretty sure it was on like a Dirter video where I'm pretty sure it was when the grills first came out. The guy gets shot in like the side of the fucking mask, and the fucking lens pops out. No joke, and it fucking falls on the ground, and he's like, "Oh shit!" Fucking puts his like fucking forearm like in there, and he's like grabbing his lens off the ground, and I'm like, "Bro,
dude, you've seen clips of dudes like, you know, emergency ejecting their hopper and shit. I've never seen someone lose their lens like that. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he just gets shot in like the side, like where like they flip.
The little clip. I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and no joke, flew out. And I like that
Ejector.
one for me. That one freaks me out because like, dude, that's your fucking eyesight, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Imagine
Hatch
being
is
that
fearless in
fucking guy.
paintball as long as he's wearing a lens.
I mean, fuck yeah.
No, that's the
love
joke,
playing
dude. Like, I don't know. Because you have this
Not like
persona
play
to our
war.
audience of being this fearless, manly, gonna go stab you man. So I just want to tell
Dude.
people that there is a more
I'm
sensitive
just
side.
a fucking goober, bro. I'm just a not
Just-
I'm not so typical goober.
I'm just a
So-
goober.
Yeah, it's just a typical goofy goober, you know, having fun playing war with my friends out there. Honestly, trying to make something of it, trying to make my mark in the paintball world to where, you know, want to play pro one day, just like Brando, right? Me and Brando are kind of on the same wavelength.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know,
I mean,
feels good.
Brandon's is nepotism, though. It was all handed to
Well-
him by his father, right? Isn't that how that works?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It was on
You're
a silver
right.
platter.
Yeah.
You're right.
No hard working. No.
Yeah. Never put in any time.
I've never seen this guy
Step right into
snapshot.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wh-
He's like,
What-
yeah, these
what-
are pretty
hey.
small shoes to fill.
You're playing semi-pro now. Weren't you playing a D5 tournament like 2 years ago?
Oh, for fun. It was
For fun. No, I know. That's the joke, though.
Dude, let me toot
Brandon,
down the
if you
horn real
got
quick,
as
dude.
good as you got in paintball in 2
It
years,
was for
I would be so
fun.
impressed.
It was for fun.
It was for the
Brando
trophy
is
sits
so
right
fucking
there.
Brando, no joke, is probably. I think he's gonna be one of the most underrated players in semi-pro, and I think that when we start playing more on the webcast, that's what whoever
I
the
think-
fuck does the webcast is gonna realize.
Yeah, I mean, my call is Brandon, you're going to play on a pro team someday. I don't know
I
when
agree.
that timeline is, but I think you will.
You're
I'm
fucking
gonna play
beast,
with all of
Brando.
us.
Maybe it is.
Appreciate it
That would
too,
be
man,
sick.
But like,
But
That's
yeah,
the goal, right?
yeah.
I want all of us to be on that level.
Right, and it's like
That's the thing.
it's different when you have like we've obviously said this a fucking trillion times, but the chemistry, right? It's not just we're not just a paintball team. We're actually like friends who just happen now. We're at the point to where we're friends that just all happen to be playing paintball. Right. Right now, it's like we're actually paintball is not the only thing bringing us together. Now
You
we're
guys
genuine
aren't
friends
Paintball friends. You guys are friends
that play
who hang
paintball.
out at paintball.
Right, we just happen to go compete. You know,
Yeah.
no big fucking deal.
We compete. And we,
Yeah.
you know, we go 1 and 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it happens. It happens. To
It
everybody.
happens.
It happens to everybody. I don't
Especially in a
think
fucking tough ass division.
I don't think anybody can say that they've never gone 1 and 3 in a tournament, ever.
I actually technically can say that, but the only
Viral.
reason is because I played 1 tournament. So it's
Yeah,
like,
does that-
I
does-
can't.
How many teams were in Mech Expo?
I think it was a 16. Well, it was also there was huge rosters. I think there
Yeah,
was
there's, like,
because it
4
was
lines, right?
yeah. So that's like 20 guys a team at least.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I want to say 6 teams. Yeah, 6.
6 teams. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
But
No,
when you
and
have,
like
fucking 40 people on a team.
yeah, but same time, like that's what I'm saying. Like I can't claim that because it's like it's fucking
like,
one event. Like
Imagine like claiming like, "Yep, I got 3rd place," when there's only like 3 teams.
oh yeah,
you know?
yeah. Like guys, dude, we did so well. We got 2nd at the tournament. You'd never let anyone know that there was 2 teams at that tournament. Like
Hell no, you don't let them know, right? And fuck, dude, podium's a podium.
I still got silverware. Yep,
Yeah.
that's how that works. But
Uh,
yeah. All right,
no,
guys.
actually, I'm glad I have a gold with Brando on the record.
You do.
Fuck yeah.
A pretty good
Oh, yeah.
one too
Right.
at that point.
Sacramento event.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
that's true. Sorry, I was thinking of a wrong roster.
Yeah.
Hatch did a lot of winning in the last 2 years.
Nah, my team did straight up.
You could say that, but compared to like I was gonna say, compared to like who's someone we love to throw under the bus, Evan Fernandez. He won 200% more events than he did.
That's probably very valid. I miss Evan. Dude,
I
seeing
miss him so much, dude. That's why I'm saying it. It's what this
That's-
is like.
It's gonna be funny because when we hit a year and we have all of the OG guys on, right? Is that what is that? What
We've
we're trying
talked to them.
look
We're
for?
trying to. Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Where we have
keep it on the DL. Keep it on the DL.
this is on the DL, so earmuffs everybody who's
It's
listening.
I'm just gonna the whole
Yeah,
time.
exactly, right. So, dude, if we can get everybody, all 5 of us together again, that's gonna be a legendary ass
Yeah, I was talking to Evan because so I don't know if you remember when we first started the show, we had that moment where we were talking about Kings basketball, and I was like, "Ah, we suck, Evan. We're not gonna do it." And then his only response to me was, "Ryan, we have a beam." And so yesterday when the Kings won the second playoff game, I just sent Evan each capitalized word, light the fucking beam. And he's like, "I miss you, man."
Miss that guy. I like when he comes out to practice us sometimes. You know, sometimes they have like the
Goober crew.
Yeah, the dedication
The
makes
retired
Goobers crew.
dedication makes Goobers.
You know,
That's such a good way to
when
put
that
it.
team comes out, right? Obviously, they're a really good team to practice against, right? Because they all
Yep.
have a lot more experience.
Starting line of Ryan Doss, Queasy, Evan Fernandez,
Evan,
Nick Alverde.
right? Nick Alverde. Sometimes Ty Panlilio goes there when Impact's not playing, right?
But you can't count Ty as a dedication made goober because he is an actual pro player. Like,
He's on that roster, bro. Facts don't lie.
nope, it's not how that works.
day.
Nope, not
For
nope,
the day.
not at all. Not how that works. But
Whatever.
yeah, let's go ahead and wrap it up, guys. We've hit our 120 minutes for tonight.
Nice.
2-hour show, which means I'm gonna have to get up early in the morning, so that'll be fun. Hopefully I can get through this great and really quickly and really fast, and you know that probably won't happen. But before we end the show, we do just got to give you a couple of reminders. So like always, this is the time in the show when I ask you guys to please give us a rating, and really it helps out. It's one of those things that there's no money, all it takes is 5 seconds of your day, and it really does help support us, get us up in the algorithm, so more people will see the show and more people will be able to rate and help us out. So it's definitely one of those things that, you know, takes a second to do, and we really appreciate it. If it's on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, you can just leave the 5 stars. On Apple Podcasts, I think you can just leave the stars. I don't know how all that works, but if you do, just, you know, write a little review, say, hey, they are funny, or hey, I like them, they're cool, whatever you want to say. It could even be something bad, but hey, you know, I would appreciate it if it's not. If you're also on those same platforms, you can subscribe to the show. So that's just going to give you a notification when the show goes live, and it's going to be downloaded waiting on your phone. So you don't have to, like, you know, go to the Apple app and find it and, you know, search for it and all that stuff. It'll just be waiting for you. Patreon.com/MafiaProductions. That's where you can go if you want to get access to this episode as soon as it is live. This episode, I know we're talking like, you know, we're about to go to the layout weekend, but if you're listening to it next weekend and you're like, Ryan, that just happened, how are you guys doing this? Are you time travelers? No, we're not. But the YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify version of the show are just delayed by a week. So if you head over to Patreon, you'll get access to everything. The second it's ready to go, as soon as it's edited, I throw it up there and people can listen to it. Also, yeah, we have the merchandise page, MafiaDigitalMafia.com or MafiaDigitalMedia.com. Head over there, you can check out that stuff. And then last but not least, we have our 2 sponsors, NECTR Energy and Liquid IV. So if you want to try those out, Liquid IV, head over to liquidiv.com, use code Mafia_Moffitt, I can't speak anymore, MAFIA_MOFFITT. And then if you head over to NECTR, NECT, I always fuck up this one, NECTR, nectar.energy/MafiaProductions. You can go get 2 cans of this for, or not 2 cans, it'd be 3 cans for the price of 2, because you get 2 and you get 1 for free. So yeah, check them out and help us look it over there. That's a podcast. Thank you again to Jerry Caro for coming on earlier in the show. We do appreciate that. And yeah, we'll be seeing him out at this next event. Hopefully NYX can put on a show for everyone as they usually do. But yeah, guys, that's episode 38 of From the Sideline. For Stephen Hatch, for Brando Baird, my name is Ryan Mafia Moffitt. We will see you guys on the next one. Hit him with it.
Bye.
See you guys.